Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the archive, where we once again return with Pathfinder's Stolen Fate. Yep, that's the name of it. I totally didn't draw a blank at the fucking name of the campaign. I'm going to move us over to the tabletop view so we can get started in a moment here, but I do want to do an intro. We are missing a person, and we are temporarily down one. Dylan will hopefully be joining us in about a half an hour or so. Leah will unfortunately not be here tonight. She had... well, I won't elaborate. It's not my place, but she had something to do. So it's going to be the three of us for like half an hour, and then we're going to get Dylan hopefully on. And as for how long we'll go, this should be a bit of a shorter session, but probably still a couple hours. So, regardless, I'm going to unmute and undeafen so we could get started. And now, hello, everybody.
Hello. What's going on?
You know, I already said so earlier when we were talking before the stream.
Welcome to the chat for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, welcome, everybody. This is our first ever stream. Thanks for joining us on our new Twitch channel. You know, definitely didn't hit 75 followers yesterday.
YouTube matters more.
True. YouTube does.
YouTube
I appreciate you, the YouTube VOD watchers. Or the stream watchers, still.
Nice. Oh, did you guys hear about the new NASA mission that they announced today? It's happening April 1st next year, 2026.
Oh.
It's kind of weird. It's supposed to be like an apology tour to all the aliens that we've been ignoring. It's called the Apollo G.
Ah, makes sense. That's good.
You said April 1st. You should have known.
I should have known. Honestly, I should just assume that everything everybody says in here is a fucking lie.
He's on a roll. He started with a joke every session.
He has, and he's caught me off guard every fucking time. I hate to admit it, but I'm a dumbass. Oh, there goes my camera. Good thing I don't need it anymore.
Look how empty the stream view looks without two of our players. Oh my god.
I know. I really need to find a way to set up something that allows me to like shrink it for like if we have less players or something.
Yeah.
I gotta find a way to set that up. I know there's ways to. I just don't know how.
I mean, I could always cheat and log in to Amalisce, and then she'll pop up.
Well, that would just be weird though, because she's not really here.
That's true.
Who is going to control Amalisce?
I can control Amalisce. I've theory crafted and playtested a few monks.
Alright.
Punch.
You stance, flurry of blows, and then typically do something with your third action, and then rinse... Well, you don't need to do the stance again every turn, but you punch. It's like playing a flurry ranger, except you punch things instead, and you don't get the lower map.
That is true. All right. So, recap of Session 3 of Stolen Fate. Engaging the ruffians who are here for Dario and the card he is carrying, we are able to deny them both prey and prize. After Alhatham and Gilbark finish discussing who is responsible for healing the party, they each do as they can. Re-engaging Dario in conversation, we learn that he has been trying to get rid of the card he is carrying, but being unable to due to its reappearing on his person every time he tried. He offers it to us in the hopes he will finally be rid of it. When Alhatham takes the card and invests it, we get to experience a taste of the card's power when brought together, for they all start to glow as one and pull us together while we hold them. Getting a shared vision of a sprawling valley with biomes of every kind surrounding it, we get the sense of a place called the Harrow Court, a demiplane that we need to go to. As the vision ends, we all realize that we suddenly know how to get there. As Alhatham performs the ritual just learned, a portal opens and we step through and emerge into a courtyard containing what looks to be portal archways, along with doors that lead into a large manor. After exploring and getting a feel for the place, along with meeting some of the inhabitants, who coincidentally match the pictures on our hero cards, we eventually meet back in the courtyard, and when we do, all the arches activate at once. Seeing different lands through each, we choose to enter one of what looks to be a craggy, rubble-strewn landscape. Once through, we find ourselves on a ridge overlooking a battlefield. Thanks to Gilbark's linguistic skills, we are enlisted to rescue a trapped soldier in a ruined building at the bottom of the hill across an open expanse. Having to traverse the steep rubble-strewn hill as well as getting attacked by a few swarms of lizard-like creatures, this was going to take a minute to get to him. That was until Alhatham decided to take flight in his dragon form, trying to be the hero and rescue the soldier by himself. Failing to realize the potential for ambush, as he reaches the area, it happens. Luckily, he is able to effect the rescue despite this. With both him and the soldier back on the ridge and away from the ruins, we clean up the remaining swarms at the bottom of the hill. Finally, the attacks stop, ending combat. With things calm for the moment, everyone regathers on the ridge. After Gilbark talks with the rescued commander, we receive another hero card and some other things as a reward. Bidding them farewell, Sylas reopens the portal, and we step back through into our manor's courtyard.
Nice.
I think I actually left Rishalou while he was trying to flirt.
Oh, I got the number.
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
I got the number. It's in the book.
You even speak her
You
language.
got a number.
Didn't they? None of us except one person
Yeah.
speak the language.
Gilbark was there.
Gilbark.
No, Gilbark gave me a potion of linguistic, I think, so that I could talk to her for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No,
All
that
you
would
needed.
make sense.
So I made some time. He busts out this little black book. All right. Craggy open area. Yes, her name is. He knows what he was doing.
My audio is a bit loud. I turned it down a bit.
Okay.
We also leveled up.
We did.
Yeah, I think you guys leveled up in the middle as you entered the Harrow Court. I think it was the winning that fight to save Diriel is when you actually got the XP needed to
Oh
get
yeah, I
level
got Fireball.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you shot it at your feet to kill those swarm things.
And it really worked.
It
Stupid
was
swarms.
I felt so much better about myself.
Those swarms were tankier than
Also,
anything I've ever
I'm
seen in my
all
life.
injured.
Right? Little bastard.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
so
are
everybody
injured. Let
steps
me...
back through the portal. This one over here, the trumpet, which you guys should be able to double-click the trumpet symbol and actually pull up the art. Does it work this time?
Yes.
Yeah. Can
I
you,
thought you
were
uh,
this lady,
can you post
Keep
that
her away.
for the stream view?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Each of these arches have a symbol, the symbol corresponding to it, one of the 6 suits of the cards in a Harrow deck. So that's what the trumpet was, and then when you step back through this portal, it's no longer lit up, right? That's the one that should not be lit up right now for you guys.
It is dark.
Oh, the silent hag looks so scary.
Well, mission accomplished
Yep.
for that one at least.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Oh,
No, that ain't right. Fuck it.
I
hell.
don't want that card. That's an Amalisce card all the way.
Why'd it be
And,
perfect for one of us?
You guys are a little beat up after you step through that portal back into...
No. Only
The
I'm
Harrow
beat up,
Court.
Kyle. Only me.
Yeah,
No.
Alhatham's a little hurt, Amalisce is a little hurt, but you are beat up.
I think I'm
They kept
only.
eating my booty cheeks.
But you
Yeah.
also have 2 hero points because you were the pity point.
Here, Sylas, let me fix your wounds for you.
Oh, I thought Gilbark did that at the top of the crag. Or the
Eh,
ridge.
who knows?
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't remember.
We kind of ended last session pretty quick, trying
Yeah.
to get back to here. So
Treat
True.
He was
Um,
throwing. He threw a health potion at me at one point.
I can
That's
get
about what happened.
that guaranteed.
Alhatham, you have Grim Sandglass and Concealed. What are those effects from?
So concealed was I don't. Where did I get concealed from? I don't know where I got concealed from. Grim Sandglass was one of the items I took with my our starting gold. It's essentially a spell heart. It's giving me resistance 5 to void.
And is it supposed to be an unlimited duration?
Yep, it's a spell heart. It works as long as it's affixed to my armor.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's like a talisman that stays or whatever. Spell hearts.
There we go. Take that.
We'll
and anybody else that
concealed.
needs a little bit of healing, which means Amalisce also gets it, and I also get it.
It wasn't enough.
I can lay on hands too.
Fine. Yeah, if you don't mind.
I'm still
No.
missing 30.
Oh, I got you with 1 lay on hands there, son.
Perfect. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And interesting. I wonder where in the world that was.
And then I assume you want 10 minutes. Well,
we
so
figured
it's
that out
taking
one
him
point,
10
didn't we?
minutes to do the healing,
I
and
don't
then you
remember.
can do your lay on
Spend
hands
2
immediately,
weeks.
and then spend 10 minutes to get your focus point back.
Is
Hey, Kyle,
Amalisce
did we
full?
ever figure out where we were?
Everybody is full. I don't
Alright.
believe you guys succeeded on the check to know the location that you were just at.
I thought it was somewhere near Tian Sha.
That was the green one that you
The
had
green-
successfully
Yep.
done that. Yep.
What,
Can I
la-
do-
purple one.
what language did we determine they speak?
Aklo.
Aklo was what Gilbark was
Yeah.
speaking. to
Could
them.
we
And that's what I
attempt to determine, like, what regions Aklo is most common in? As a way to
Yeah,
sort
I'll
of-
say Gilbark, through his conversations, might have learned that you guys were in the Darklands.
Oh, right.
A barren badland of jagged hills and twisted fissures. Basically, I think it's. Where the hell is that?
It's like western South Dakota.
True.
Southern Verdra. I don't know where Verdra is.
Oh, did you guys see
necessarily.
that they're bringing Drow back in Starfinder?
No.
Ooh, nice.
They've
That's
basically
so
given them their
horrifying.
yeah, they're giving them a sort of I forget the name of what they're calling them now, but it's Drow.
Nice.
Finally. No, I mean they're compatible with Pathfinder 2e, so I guess there's no point in making them twice.
The Galarian map. Let's see. Well, I tell you what. When Rishalou had was talking to that chick, he definitely would have got where she lived, so he could go visit at some point. So.
That's a lot
yeah,
of
let me-
information to assume you got.
Well, we can roll and see if I was, savvy enough to do so.
Wouldn't even let Wilfram have a
100%
theoretical
based on-
fucking way back to Castrovel, but no, he just knows this information out of nowhere. Sure.
I never said you couldn't, I mean, we could have maybe figured something back out, I mean,
All right,
I'm
so
kidding,
it's actually going to
obviously.
be like right around there.
Oh,
Wait, what happened?
That is where.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm not on the Galarian map. Hold on.
yeah.
Oh.
So, for
Yeah,
context,
it's. I think you have ownership, so you can switch to that
Yeah,
map
that's cool.
whenever.
so
Yeah, show me
since
how
the
to do this so I
stream
know to
can't
get that.
see, it's the southwestern portion, or southeastern portion of the middle continent between
They can probably see the paint.
Garoond and Tian Sha.
Oh, you have to drag it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta drag them over, the stream over to the map if you want the stream to see the world map.
I can make that trip easy.
But it's not a big deal.
We got a date.
Sure, whatever suits you, Rishalou. Don't you go on enough dates already?
Rishalou, I
True.
thought we were kidding when you spoke of a girl in every continent.
No. I'm like the land version of a sailor where they have, one in every port. I have one on every continent.
Ah, so you're the you're the lawful good version of Wilfram. I see.
There exactly, except I don't lean towards dragons.
That was one time out of like 80. Okay.
This book says otherwise. It was
Yeah, that's right.
written by
You know, there's
Mr. Tover.
yeah, there was
Like,
another
it-
adventuring group that wrote a book shortly after mine was published. Actually,
Ah.
Did
There-
it sell more?
Seen through the
I
eyes
don't know.
of
That would
Tover and
probably need to be a roll off or a D100 roll.
I think Tover might win that just because of the stats.
Maybe, yeah.
His performance is through the roof.
True.
Okay. So you guys noticed a couple things after healing up. When you came back through the portal, you'll notice that the yellow and orange portals down here are now completed.
Oh.
They have fully formed. They are glowing just as brightly as the green, red, and blue now, as I've had enough time to read those. And
oh, that's the reason they weren't lit? It wasn't a story thing? It was just, I didn't prep them. Oh, did you? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks,
I was like, there's
man.
no
I don't
way I'm going to
remember
be able to read
so
all
bad.
6 of these things.
that week I was really busy. So, yeah, so they're all available to you, but you also notice who has which card?
My rabbit? My rabbit, please?
have Carnival and
Yes.
the Empty Throne.
And I have the Paladin.
Who took the one? Gilbark, I think, just took the one you just got. The trumpet, yes. Gilbark will notice that the trumpet is pulling him or guiding him. It is lit up. He has learned the epitome of the card. I'll post it for everyone. The epitome effect. There is a new NPC upstairs. Up these stairs. You can kind of see her. She's actually in the courtyard, but up on a little like ledge above the stairs. But if you go
I
upstairs,
cover Richalou's eyes as quick as I can.
He said her.
No,
The trumpet.
No.
He said her.
no.
The trumpet
said her.
automatically
I'm
raises
following
an
Sylas
alarm.
up the stairs.
Also-
Oh.
Kyle, close these
I'll
doors. Kyle,
go
like, quickly
with
close these
so
doors, please.
he can
Please, Kyle, help.
move the stream view.
Oh, thank God.
yeah,
Oh.
I pulled the stream up here.
Where'd they
Miss
go?
Trumpet, there's going to be a very horny lad in here.
Sylas was right here. Where did?
Just-
I see her.
That
I'll
that's
shut the
through the
door.
window.
I'll shut the door.
It's-
This one. The one in
Sylas,
front
where
of
did
me.
you
The
go?
one that's open.
Where did you go?
And then I'll open this door and step
Wh-
out into the balcony and close it again.
Where did everybody go? I just saw
You hear
Sylas
the
coming
door
down this
slam
hallway.
behind him?
Son of
Oh,
a gun.
that was close.
Is it? You just hear Rishalou walking down the hallway. Where did everybody go? I swear I just saw you guys.
Little ambitious on that one.
Uh-oh. You can see us through that window.
Oh, shit.
I can see because your light touches me.
Yeah.
I should really start preparing darkness.
Wait a minute. Oh, these are windows. Oh, let me enter this bedroom. Look through this window. I see you.
Alhatham's perception probably he locks eyes with you across the way, like, oh, god damn it.
Don't worry,
Get out
I'm
of
on
the
my
way, 'cause I
way.
know that door's about to fly open.
So
So anyway,
Comes down.
horny guy, watch out.
Hello, my lady. Can we have a bigger picture, please?
oh my god, for fuck's sake.
Even the way you said it.
Better picture.
Well, it's like
Whoa.
goth angel. What?
Well, a new resident of the manor, I see.
What's her face?
And then,
My first
she
character,
will,
fucking
Gilbark
Feywild?
would have joined you guys as well, and when he's following his card, it's kind of just doing that little like compass pinging thing. He's following it
I'll
around,
s-
beep
I'll
beep
step
beep,
back here so he can get.
and it would lead him out to this balcony, and you would all follow. And then once he approaches, she'll kind of wake up from her NPC stance.
She stirs.
Hello,
Rishalou,
I'm glad
She
to see you.
stares.
We see all things in the Harrow Court. We are here to raise alarm should any intruders enter these lands.
Wonderful.
And your name would be?
Oh my god.
What would you like my name to be?
Oh, I
Oh,
get to
let's
choose.
not do this.
He instantly says, "Mummy."
Rishalou, can we talk outside for a moment?
What do you mean? She's
Just
just giving
give-
me choice.
Just,
This
I'm
has been
gonna
an
shut the
important
doors
decision of my
behind
life.
us. Like, Rishalou, I don't think these are necessarily what we'd call real sentient beings.
Whatever do you mean, Alhatham? She is moving. She is obviously alive.
She was
so-
literally doing an idle pose until we walked onto the until Gilbark walked onto the balcony.
She
And
may have
you
been in
should-
thought.
see her now in your bestiary in the Hero Simulacra category. Just like the Paladin and the Brass Dwarf, they have a little bit of a transparency to them.
Wow.
They are basically projections, NPCs that are here, coming from the power of the card. The epitome effect of the trumpet has brought forth this NPC.
Listen,
Well,
I'm not normally one to judge somebody for their proclivities, but let's keep it to real sentient thinking beings from now on, yeah?
How do we know she's not sentient, Alhatham?
Me and Sylas went into that room, and she stood there like nothing was going, like literally nothing going on between the ears until Gilbark walked in.
Oh. Well, is it... He leans over, he's like, yes. Isn't that most females, though?
No. I don't know what females you've interacted with, but that's not what I...
Oh.
I don't know what you're on about.
Anyways.
We're now flanking him to convince him what women are like. Do we get a bonus?
Look, we should...
Whatever do you mean?
Listen, you should know. We literally have Amalisce downstairs.
Well, she's not a good judge.
Oh.
Well,
Why do
no,
you think I would be?
but at the same time, it proves the point that not all females just stand around motionless, waiting for people to show up.
I guess that is true.
Well, Amalisce will do that if she's bored enough.
That's true. You know, give her.
Like, look at her right now. I look down the stairs. I look down the balcony.
She's just standing there.
Well, she's
literal NPC.
well, to be fair, she is currently under some medical problem. Yes, she can't. She can't come to the phone right now to act in her defense. So I'm having to take up that role for now.
This is true.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, they're down in the courtyard.
Oh, okay. Oh, there she is. I see her now.
I mean, to
Amalisce.
be fair, Gilbark is doing the same
Gilbark
thing.
is here.
Oh,
yeah,
hello,
I see
Gilbark.
up here.
You know,
Card,
that
he called
empty-eyed
his
look,
card.
that empty-eyed look you're giving me, Gilbark, isn't filling me with confidence.
Amalisce,
It's
remember
It's
that one
almost
time
like
I
you're
closed
being
that
puppeted
toilet on
around
you?
by some
I meant
unseen
it.
hand.
Right? Yeah. What are you gonna do about it, Amalisce? Nothing. That's what I thought.
Amalisce moves.
Yeah, so
She
the,
just kind of
the
glares
Herald
up at you, probably.
is just watching you guys. She told you that the heralds will alert you to intruders. But we also know the formulas of all manner of magical instruments. We could teach a crafter the formulas of the horns of blasting, the horns of fog, which has been remastered to be cloud pouch, and any maestro's instrument.
Oh wow.
Wow, would have been so good for Tover, but
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not trained in performance, and I think it only affects performance checks.
yeah, it does.
It's
I'm
crazy
saying 'cause I
that
never
my
had a
charisma
bubble
is...
lesser.
It's crazy that Alhatham's charisma is as high as Tover's charisma when the campaign ended.
Well, yeah, we're level 12. This is the highest we've ever been in any
Yeah, it wasn't
campaign.
going to go much higher than a +5, you know?
It goes to +6, but yeah, no, not soon. Gotta get to level 16
That's
minimum for that.
How crazy is it that Sylas is untrained in performance, but he's got a higher plus than Gilbark does, who is trained in performance?
Well, I got untrained, which is a +11, and... Oh, wait, it's +12 now, I think?
Probably with the level up.
Improvisation.
Improvisation.
I'm thinking about taking that as a general feat at some point.
It's such a dumb feat, I love it.
It
Yeah,
really
right.
is. It's fun. But
I
I
got
think...
so many nice bonuses.
But the next one I decided to take was cooperative nature, because that makes sense for Alhatham. To have that +4 to aid checks.
Yeah, I just took unwritten theft so I can steal swords out of people's hands.
Fuck
so,
yeah, dude. Let's go.
Gilbark's card, as it's been epitomized, and you've learned its effect in the NPC and what the trumpet does, is no longer, the gem on it is no longer lighting up, or rather, it's no longer flashing. It's just solid now. It's done what it's going to do. The rest of you have cards. There's quite a few that have not yet activated, and at this time, they all will.
I've got 2.
Everyone
I
get my
believe
money.
there's 4 total, if I'm keeping track of everything correctly. And it's going to be spread across you all, so I'm going to need your help a little bit. But if you have a card and you do not have the epitome at the bottom of its description, if there's no epitome section on your card, let me know.
Yep.
The Rabbit Prince.
Both of
I do
mine
have
do
Rabbit
not.
Prince. So there's the Prince. Which one? You have the Throne.
I have the
and
Carnival
what?
and the Empty Throne.
The Carnival Empty Throne. Who has the Mountain Man?
I think Amalisce does.
Amalisce. Okay,
Yeah,
so
let me
it'd
check
be
her inventory.
Sylas,
Yes, she has the
Alhatham,
Mountain Man.
and Amalisce. All of those 3 people, because I think Rishalou, yours was already downstairs. The Paladin, I think, is way downstairs. Yep. But the remaining 4 cards that have not yet epitomized will suddenly do so, but they do so in a different way than the others had. They all kind of awaken. The gem in the center of the card, or at the bottom, lights up and starts to flash, but it's not quite close to you. It's almost as if there's some distance that it might be leading you toward if you were to follow your card. It's not very bright, it's not very fast, right? As you turn around, you get the sense you would have to follow it a great distance. You also can, at this time, attempt to recall knowledge to understand what the epitome effect will do, despite not having reached the destination.
Oh, I got you. This sounds
Yeah, sure, why
esoteric
not?
as fuck.
Although I'd still like to go to the destinations and take a look.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
I
Forget
called
about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Walk in here.
Yeah, so Sylas, you look down at your card, the Rabbit Prince, and you, first of all, the distance that you're kind of getting and the direction as you turn around and you hold the card and try to get a kind of like a Minecraft compass, or you're looking around trying to figure out where it would be, and you can gauge it would be located over there.
I'm down.
And because you've successfully recalled knowledge, I will give you the epitome description of the Rabbit Prince.
I want to point out how cool it
spoilers.
is that we're like roguelike, picking up upgrades as we go, like getting new things. It's just a cool sort of mechanic that they're doing here.
Yeah, no, it is neat.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a lot of
DM
work.
Yeah, no, I could imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Epitomize Rabbit Prince. Sign it to point of entry in the city. Vaccine travel to the spot.
I'll roll my recall knowledge, or at least Amalisce's recall knowledge once that's taken care of.
After which, no, it is okay. I'm gonna give you the whole description here. Can you see that epitome
Yes.
entry? And I'll post it to the chat for others. Do you see what the stealth DC is?
I can easily make that.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
I have to do is roll an 8.
So I think I'm gonna be pretty liberal with the details here, because it's quite a distance, and I don't want you guys to travel all the way there without knowing what the hell it is that you're going to be doing. It could be a waste of a lot of time. Some of these are going to be really cool. Some of these are going to be maybe not even worth. So I want to make sure to give you plenty of information if you successfully recall knowledge on your card.
Considering how mid the base card is, I hope the epitome is good.
Well, I mean, it doesn't tell us what it does. It just tells us that we can travel to a location and attempt a stealth check for 8 hours. After which, if we fail, we can't try again for a week.
Wait a week. So does that mean you have to pass the stealth check to find the Rabbit Prince? Is that what that means?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's like a critical success, success failure, critical failure. of that check, and that's what I'm not going to give you specifics on. I'll give you a generalized understanding.
I have a plus 22 to stealth. We got this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't take me with
You get
I
the
won't
sense
help.
that if you were to successfully impress and or catch and or sneak up on this rabbit prince, he would be willing to offer you a reward.
Reward.
That's what I'll give you for
He's gonna make my weapon
for
indestructible.
understanding what the goal would be there without giving you specifics. Okay. And then who would be the carnival and the throne are Alhatham's card.
I'll hit the recall knowledge button. I'm willing to use a
And if
hero
you
point
need
if
help,
that was a
I'm
failure.
willing to help you.
So yeah, we'll do you're gonna do the carnival first.
Is this recall knowledge? Hold on, give me a second. Is this recall knowledge specifically about an individual who no longer is alive?
No, but you
Okay.
do with your knowledge of Arcana and religion. Pick whichever one you would like. Through those knowledge sources, you do understand
Yeah.
about this card, and you do know the location. First of all, that's where it is.
Close.
It's 1 hex away.
It's on the way.
Right?
That's true.
Make a day trip out of it. A couple day trip out of it.
Well, you don't want
True.
to come with you to try stealthing. I need to roll a 28 on a d20 to succeed.
You guys just stay on the side and I'll do it.
There you go. You and Amalisce.
I'm
I
pretty
don't-
stealthy.
He blends.
I
He's
don't-
green.
He's green.
You scream.
And I'll
Economy.
give you a
I only
generalized
gotta roll up 14
to
to
me.
make it.
I don't need to roll an 8 to make it. You guys are gonna ruin
Assigned
it
to
for
a
me.
point in interest. Once per week, a character can spend 8 hours in the fairground simply observing to make a DC 28 perception check.
Oh,
Oh, I can do that. I've got a plus 21 to perception.
that's interesting.
And you get the sense that if you were to successfully observe the participants, you may gain some understanding or insight into a foe that you may soon face.
Ooh.
Would like to do that one personally because I have a 22 perception. And that was the
I'm
one
gonna
I
need,
cared about the most
You could head with me.
last time.
You could head with me. I've got 21 myself.
Yeah, I see everything. By the way, your fly's unzipped.
No, it isn't. These pants don't have a fly.
Then Alhatham, you get
What's
the
unzipped?
sense that the
Don't think anything. is
empty
unzipped.
throne
There's no zippers
is
in these
quite a
pants.
ways away.
Oh, the empty
Ooh.
throne is quite far out there.
And what's this?
In the water.
I'm just going to assume that you're doing something down there that is not that I'm not going to look down and get like my. Listen, I was a kid once. I know all these tricks. Your shoes untied, and then they flick your nose like it's nothing.
Is that why you have zippers on your shoes? That's weird.
I don't have zippers on my shoes.
Oh yeah, your shoes are untied though. That one is
It's all-
true.
It's all Velcro.
Velcro.
I am going to choose to trust you this time. Do not prove my trust wrong. Is
Your
Hey,
shoes are
Gilbark.
untied. I did it.
Gilbark, did you see the new hottie in the manor?
No,
Oh, dude.
I was on a bender.
holy
Oh.
fuck.
Gotta check out the trumpet on the balcony, man.
To do so, the PC must offer valuables upon the throne that are worth 100 gold pieces plus or times the character's level.
Jesus.
So 1,200 gold. Spend 1 hour meditating before the throne and attempt a DC 30 diplomacy check. That's easy enough. That's easy. Regardless of the check's result, the offering vanishes forever, and that PC cannot attempt a new offering until they get an experience level.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
Holy
this is
shit.
why I want to give you a full picture of whether these are worth doing or not, because that's quite a distance and it's quite expensive. And the idea is that you would understand that if you were successful, you may be blessed with a fortune effect.
I
was gonna say-
am willing to save up that money. I can hit the DC 30 check pretty easily. I have plus 21 to diplomacy. So
With that cost, it's probably a good.
I would hope so.
You'd be blessed with a fortune effect that could be used once during the next month.
Oh,
It better be a really
okay.
strong fortune effect.
Right. Well, who had?
It's basically like getting a god's blessing or something. 'Cause
Yeah, I think
they also do
Rishalou
that.
had it in Abomination Vault there for a while. Had a fortune effect on him.
I actually think with the shit that I like picked up and threw in my bag, I think we actually probably would have enough. I have a lot to sell.
You get this sense that you could get a fortune effect that would be useful and could provide an advantage in your travels.
Yeah, I think I have like 4,000 gold worth of stuff to sell, so we
Usable
have like 2,000.
one.
In the bag?
Well, amongst
Yeah.
all of us, we currently have 1,800 gold pieces. Spread
All right.
amongst
Well,
the
I'm just giving you
five
all
of
the
us.
clue. Like, it's up to you whether it's
Yeah,
worth
look.
it. It's quite a bit. It's quite expensive to obtain that. So it's up to you whether that's worth it.
Holy shit,
Okay.
that
Holy-
plus 2 striking
I'm
long
still
spear
going.
is
Holy
1,000
shit!
gold.
What are you?
I
That's
looted
just stuff in the
everything.
bag.
It's all in the bag.
So
the bag.
This
perhaps,
bag has paid for itself and then some.
you know, I actually kind of like this prospect. We could do some classic adventuring, you know?
Exactly.
I like the good old days.
I told
Well,
you I'm
not
really
really
good at
the
spotting
good
treasure.
old days, because Otari was, like, under constant threat, but that's besides the point.
So
Why is
who wants?
Gilbark throwing all of his loot on the floor?
And finally, Amalisce's card she could determine would be located up there. Straight
I can
north.
roll recall knowledge for her.
Yeah.
Can you place your token on the map really quick so I can select it? Thank
Oh, are these
you.
all the? These are all the portals we had inside of our building, right? And Amalisce's was one that was not yet active.
These are all the cards that you have collected thus far. Only one of them, the trumpet that you collected, happened to come from a portal in the base. But your trumpet card, when you guys came back into the base,
Yeah.
epitomized, and you discovered an NPC in the base that Rishalou was talking
Oh.
about. But
So
everybody
he wasn't
else
there.
that still hadn't had an epitomized, effect yet, they also all epitomized just now, and they were all outside
Oh.
of the castle. They're like far distant things.
I want to go catch me a whale.
Amalisce does not know what the Mountain Man epitome effect is today. She
Okay.
can try again tomorrow.
Loser.
But she knows where it's located. It's hella far north.
I wouldn't
So that-
I wouldn't call her a loser. She's got master in every saving throw. Jesus. What the
Right.
fuck?
Oh yeah, she's a monk.
That's insane.
If we are able to retrieve these card avatars, would they then be in the manor?
These seem
No,
more like
you get the sense that
optional buffs.
these are not necessarily simulacra that would be in your house. These
Okay.
ones, like there's a rabbit in the woods that you could try to catch,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it would give you a reward. There's a
Okay.
carnival of people that you could go look at and maybe learn something about a future foe. So these are
Right.
like things that you could go find and see and look at.
Okay. And
I'm gonna do
discover
both of these.
something
Yes.
about them. Okay.
I
Also,
would be quite
pretty
interested in
sure-
going out and checking them all out.
I'm pretty sure her being master in almost everything is that crazy. I'm pretty sure Lazarus is master in almost everything.
The reason it's crazy is because she's master in almost everything. She gets critical successes on any successful saving throw against anything, which means she literally doesn't have a
Oh.
weakness to saves. The cool
What
thing
the
about Monk,
fuck?
the cool thing about Monk is you literally get to choose which saving throws you get. Like you get to select when you get master in saving throws. I think
Holy
you.
shit!
Yeah, Monk gets.
Yowza!
Yeah, Monk gets
Right.
master in each save and legendary in one.
Wow.
Like Monk saving throws are, and they get a class feat. I think at level 16 or 18 that gives them a flat +2 to will and fortitude saves.
Damn.
The monk is crazy when it comes to saving throws. Monk is a really good class.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I'm excited
we
for
know it?
Hunter.
Oh,
Making him
you're playing a monk? Sick.
Leshy monk, arborist.
Oh, right, you mentioned that. I'm excited. That's gonna be cool.
So,
He's gonna be so moved. I think I sent you the page.
yeah,
I think you did.
Back in the manor. Obviously, there are still 5 portals that are active, and you've looked at some of them. There's also some knowledge of some objectives around Harrowcourt. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I would like to move that +2 striking ruin off of that weapon, that axe that Gilbark has in the bag, and put it either on Sylas's.
Oh, the greater. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sylas's
Excuse
trident.
you? Say
What?
please.
Please.
Oh, of course. And
You know,
Why, of
I was
course,
honestly
please,
expecting some sort of catch.
nope. And
Yeah.
then you see him writing something down.
Oh,
Remember-
an IOU. I see.
Yeah.
Please is the magic word.
You know he's writing an IOU down right now, right?
It's gonna be so funny when I give you guys your totals at the end of the campaign.
It's really helpful that Alhatham is self-sufficient.
The thing is, an IOU is only good if the person signs it who it's given to.
At a valid
Oh?
point. I'm pretty sure you could cut the goblin's head off.
I'll just probably not. I could regrow it. Oh, whoops! I give it to Alhatham by accident. Give it to Rishalou.
No, I think I'll hold on to this axe I can't use. All right,
Whatever,
yeah.
not my problem.
So
Yeah, you can
should
just
we
have
put it,
this. I'm not going to charge you or anything for it.
Why? Thank you, Alhatham. And I look over at Gilbark, and I just,
That would be almost as absurd and ridiculous as charging for healthcare.
True. But so who should I put this ruin's weapon on? Amalisce's hand wraps, my sword.
trident's already in your hand.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
So,
I don't need it.
Imagine paying for
yeah.
healthcare.
That weapon has 3 total
I
runes
just treat
on
my
it.
own wounds.
Oh,
Yeah, I just make cures for
it has
diseases.
Well,
It
yeah,
has a
but,
+2
for my
potency
students
rune.
and things,
It
I
has
run
a
medical
striking
school. I
rune,
just
and it has a
generally heal
wounding
people
rune.
without asking for
Oh,
money.
is it regular
Oh.
striking?
It's a
cured the green
+2
plague.
wounding striking.
You did what?
Or a +2 wounding battle axe. So yes, it
No,
has
I'm genuinely
has-
curious.
Oh.
Well,
3 different runes.
Well,
Oh,
if it's a
wow.
regular striking, I don't need that.
Yeah, the green plague, the thing that's like the black plague, but
Yeah,
for
it's
orcs
a
and
regular
goblins.
striking.
I cured
okay.
it.
Yeah,
I've never
It's
heard
not a
of
greater
that.
strike.
Probably because you're cured it.
Oh, yes,
Fascinating.
I have
I
a
would
striking
take-
ruin.
I don't suppose you
Oh, I
have any
can't put a
samples.
on there. I don't have space.
Yeah, greater striking
No, I
runes
wiped
are
it out.
worth 1,000 gold themselves. They're level
Oh,
12
that's
items.
fair.
So you
I should have
I'll
probably.
show you in case.
Now,
Damn.
to be fair though, you can craft that from scratch. It would take 2 days because you don't have the recipe for it, nor do you have one to kind of copy off of.
Mhm.
But you could take 2 days instead of 1, and then you'd have to pay the full 1,065 gold. But you could create a greater striking rune out of thin air and put it on something.
Interesting. Now, once I did it once, would it still cost the 1,000 whatever to create a new
Yep.
one, another one? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yep, it's just like crafting any magic item. You're always paying the price. It's just more.
I only have 293 cash on me.
And I would
Okay.
not mind if we put some of that cash aside to pay off the
Unless
empty
you wanted to
throne.
spend like a week doing earn an income to make it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper after you paid
Right.
half.
Pay off the what, Alhatham?
So-
the empty throne. We need 1,200 gold pieces to compensate for his services.
We can wait for that.
I wouldn't mind waiting.
Alright,
I just
I'm just
noticed the
gonna tell you
party
what it
has
does.
800,
If you-
1,800 things in general.
If you succeed
really want-
on the empty throne, you will get a advantage to be used once in the next month on a failed save.
Wow.
No.
That's
critically
literally
succeed-
garbage. Never mind.
If you critically succeed, then it can be used on a failure or a critical failure.
That's not worth 1,200 gold. You're
It's not worth
to-
1,200.
I was
fuck.
trying to hint at that.
I
but now I'm
know,
blatantly
but
gonna
I
tell
want.
you.
Wow.
I know you were trying to hint at it, but I wanted
Some of
to
these
still be
suck,
like
dude.
Alhatham would do it.
Yeah.
But no, knowing it literally, that's not worth fucking 1,200 gold.
I would
can,
never
I'm
spend that
pretty
money
sure
for
I
that.
can do that as a spell
Wow.
effect, what like multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Like
What
that's
a trash
fucking
effect for that
ridiculous.
much money.
I mean, it's a pretty
Yeah.
good card. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
plus
say
two-
it probably goes based
Right.
off the base
Its
card.
active and its passives might be good, and its epitome is just mid.
That's why I'm thinking the Rabbit Prince, the epitome is going to be God tier.
I would agree. I think we should go out. What I think we should
Because like
do
the
is...
effect is kind of shit.
Question about the hex grid. Are the like what's the travel rate? Like,
Yeah,
is
so
it
I
like
got
a
those
hex
rules
a
pulled up.
day?
We've
Or-
never used them, so I needed to have them up here. So it's kind of weird
What do you-
how it
I'm
works.
sorry, we never used hex grid travel.
I don't know if we ever actually followed the rules this way.
I mean, maybe I
And,
didn't follow the rules exactly in Seasons of Ghost, but we definitely
Yeah, I
used
think you were
hex
just
travel.
doing like each grid is how many feet, and that's the way that you travel. There's an actual if you look at the party exploration, there's a exploration activities in you only have one currently with your
Oh.
lowest person being Rishalou at 20 feet. You only get one exploration activity per day, and how it works. You can declare one or more exploration activities for the day. These activities take two forms, group or individual. The number of activities a group can accomplish each day is based on the speed of their slowest member. If a group is willing to speed up, blah, 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 blah. Right now you guys are at one activity per day. Yep. When a new day of exploration begins, the group can decide to take a fourth march, as long as no one's fatigued. Doing so allows them to gain an extra travel activity each day. But this is the only activity they can perform that day.
So we can travel one hex a day, essentially.
Depends on the terrain.
Yeah.
Type.
Well, yeah.
Right.
So the travel activity. You progress toward moving to an adjacent hex. In open terrain like plains, using one travel activity allows you to move from one hex to an adjacent hex. Traversing a hex with difficult terrain, such as a forest or desert, requires two travel activities. And hexes of greater difficult terrain, such as steep mountain or swamp, requires three travel activities to traverse. Traveling along a road uses terrain type one step better. For example, if you're on a road over a mountain pass, it would be two activities instead of three. It assumes you're walking overland. If you're flying or traveling on water, then they're all going to be probably open terrain, meaning they only take one activity to traverse. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, you have one activity per day, so you could travel to one adjacent plains biome, basically. But once you start trying to go from, like, a plains biome into a desert or a forest, you're going to have to spend 2 full days, because it takes 2 full activities. Except for, I think there was a rule where you guys could try to move faster and get an
we
extra
can
travel
hustle.
per day or whatever. Yeah, hustle.
But that causes fatigue, I think.
There's also, you can, instead of doing a travel action, you can spend time surveying and exploring a specific area, getting the lay of the land, looking for unusual features in specific sites. Doing so on a single hex takes a number of exploration activities equal to the number of travel activities it would take to traverse it. So 1 for open, 2 for difficult, 3 for greater difficult. Once it has been explored, you can map the area to reduce your chance of getting lost in that hex. You automatically find any special features. It doesn't require a check to find any attempt appropriate, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. There's also individual activities, like fortify camp or map the area, like we were talking about.
Honestly, it's probably good that we learn this stuff because I think Kingmaker
Oh,
uses it.
Kingmaker's gonna use the shit out of this stuff.
Because, I mean, it's all hex-based. Even the kingdom itself is hex-based.
Yep. So anyway, how I'm gonna run it, how I'm gonna use this shit, is we're gonna do the exploration activities. Is how many days it takes you to move from one to the next, basically.
Makes sense.
Depending on the biome.
All right, so hear me out. If everybody's healthy and good to go, why don't we do one more portal today, since it's relatively early, it's only lunchtime, and then we rest up and we head out and start exploring the surrounding landscape tomorrow.
Well, I want to take time to at least move the potency ruin from this weapon.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, again, Sylas, would you like at least the potency ruin? Because I
got another.
Well, this one's a +2.
Yeah.
I think it's the only...
You have another
you
plus
have...
2?
Yeah.
Holy. All right.
Oh, okay.
I told you I literally took everything.
Anubis below. All right. That works.
All right. Well, then I can put one on Sylas, and I can put one on either Amalisce's hand wraps then, or my sword.
I suppose we could spend the day crafting and resting and then head out tomorrow. I don't think we're on any sort of time limit. I mean, we know somebody else is searching for the cards, but I doubt 1 day or 2 days is necessarily going to screw us.
I don't disagree. Now, can the blacksmith downstairs also be enlisted to install a ruin as well, or is that just something I have to do?
He's gonna give you the bonus by aiding you effectively, but you're still doing the craft.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
he technically is only supposed to do armor, I think.
Who has the brass dwarf?
I do. Here, I'll link it.
Spread everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just gives the bonus
Item
while
bonus
you're in the
granted
workshop.
crafting checks in the workshop by +2.
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying more for he has the formula for all armor.
Oh yeah,
potencies.
formulas are only for
which is
armor, but he will help you craft anything, and he's giving you a +2 to craft what you want.
Gilbark, can't you move ruins too?
No.
Do you
just
not have
alchemy.
magical crafting?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I come from a place of sticks and mud. I was the only one who had a half a brain cell to rub together.
Interesting.
And I'm sure that is the only half brain cell in the entire area.
Yes, I am completely self-taught, and that's why I am so good.
You know, there's something
that's
impressive. Self-teaching yourself skills like that is not easy. I would know.
Well, I am thinking that with Sylas and Amalisce being our heavy melee damage dealers, that they should both have the +2 potency ruins on their weapons, and I will just wait.
I already have a +2.
Oh,
you do?
Go.
Oh,
yeah.
that makes it...
Hold on, let me check
We've had
Amalisce.
those available for a hot minute.
Oh, yeah, Amalisce also has +2. Yeah, +2s have been around since level 10. So, a couple people.
Well, then I guess
Idiot.
Hey,
That's why I thundering at the end of
we prioritized.
Abomination.
Yeah.
What about the wounding ruin? Would that work for anybody?
I don't have space for it.
No, the Amalisce already has one, and I'm not going to use it.
Right. Okay. Well, then I will just move.
I mean, I
one
guess I
of
could
the
beat the shit
+2.
out of people with the staff, but
Yeah.
I don't think that would work very
right.
well.
Then we'll just need to take 1 day for me to move over the one to my weapon, and then we'll be good to go.
Is there anywhere I could sell these items, by the way?
And then we can go find a bunny.
We can.
We've literally got
the answer's fine.
We could literally just open up a portal back to the Absalom Market District and just sell them.
So this is the weird thing. So first of all, this demi-plane, all the materials that are a part of it that was created are basically ephemeral. So if you were to go sell shit to some dude and he gives you coin, that coin would not go with you out of the demi-plane. So that'd be kind of a waste. But also, when you make a portal, when you use the ritual to create a portal connecting the demi-plane to Galorian, and then you step through it, you could use that portal, you could use that ritual to do the same in reverse. However, Sylas just used it to go from that place we looked on the map with all of the creepy swarm dudes to the Harrow Court. So if you were to use the ritual at this time, it would then open a portal back to that location in Glorian where the swarm dudes were.
Oh. Okay.
So not right now. Got it.
Not right now.
Keep it in the
So
bag.
no, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
It's fine.
So
I still have
it's kind of
35
also
capacity.
why these NPCs that provide recipes are
Are
really useful,
here.
because you don't have access to stores how you typically would. You're going to be
Right.
crafting and you're,
Yeah,
So,
but this portal always leads to the same point in the multiverse they were at when they previously entered the Harrow Court. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Right. Oh, okay.
Also,
Can I
multiverse.
do the Doctor Strange thing where I could like move my arms and I open my own portal and be like,
Oh, with the
a
ring.
sling ring? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one of those.
Sling ring. Interesting. All right, so I will take the rest of today moving that +2 potency onto my storm hammer then. While they do.
You're going to go down into the workshop to get your aid.
100%.
Which?
I'm gonna go work.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go work with the new master blacksmith in the basement.
I'm also assuming that means we cannot do things like earn income, because any income we would make here would turn to dust the moment we went outside.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to pay you anything that you would keep.
How do we get downstairs? Just down.
Yeah, I
over-
made all of the regions lit up, so you should be able to see the colors now, so it should be easier.
Silas is down in
Yeah.
the courtyard. I found him.
Yeah, and I'm stuck on the upper floor.
Well, to
Oh,
be
yeah, we
fair,
got
the
the
beds in this
tree.
building are very nice. My estate, my home in the in Absalom isn't anything to scoff
thanks,
at,
Kyle.
but
I scoff.
Alright, so Rishalou.
wow, rude.
Clumsy doesn't fuck with your crafting, does it? Dexterity
Oh, I'm
based
only
rolls can be
encumbered because
3.
I'm carrying that big ass halberd. So.
Reflex
What do you need me
save,
to carry
range, skill check using, so it won't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I
No.
gonna, DM, am I gonna cause a problem if I step into the one room that looks destroyed in this entire place?
I was already there.
What do you mean by problem? It should be
Like,
fine.
as in an encounter or anything.
No,
Okay.
this place has been thoroughly explored. There's
You
safe.
think
Wait.
Gilbark using that to grow
Wait,
rats?
yeah,
I thought he
It
was
might
doing
be
that
a
in the
problem.
basement. in the
Oh
little
god,
cave room.
rats!
yeah.
Oh
okay,
god!
Yeah. I thought he was talking about the same place. Yeah, it is.
No,
in the
he's
basement
on
with,
the
like,
ground
hole.
floor.
Yeah, I'm on the
Yeah.
ground
Oh.
floor.
Just don't go down there.
Understood. I will not.
So, Rishalou,
I
what
can't wait
level
to
is
have
the
a rat
rune
army.
that you're looking to
Holy.
transfer?
It's whatever +2 strike or
All of our
Yeah,
characters
plus
have
two.
reasonable
Oh,
goals,
you
and then
yeah.
you want to raise an army of
or level
rats.
8, 9, something like that.
Yes.
Fucking, Rishalou just wants to sleep with every woman in the fucking tri-state area.
Listen, I'm
So
just
it's a
trying
level
to spread
10.
love.
Yeah, spreading it
So
more ways
go
than
ahead and
one.
roll a crafting
Get him, Mama
check
Gilbark.
plus
Dad Gilbark's
2.
gonna whack you.
All right.
Oh, right, it was this room that I decided was mine. Nice king-size bed.
Or I guess I could post this. Probably easier if I do it this way.
Oh, I can.
Skill check, crafting,
Okay.
level base 10, post.
Oh damn,
Method.
Gilbark got a much better room. Fucking.
So then if you just hold shift when you click it,
Nice
you should
bay
be able
window.
to give yourself a +2, or you can just manually.
Oh, I didn't
no.
even. I held it. I was shaking it in my hand, and I didn't even roll it yet. So.
I
That
believe
does
you.
happen occasionally, yeah. I've had that.
Because
happen
I
a
was like,
couple
oh, I
times.
didn't hold shift or anything yet. So.
Yeah, if you hold it in your,
Okay.
if you roll it in your
Yeah.
hands and then stop,
Right, yeah.
it'll find whatever your like
Okay,
happens to
so-
be up.
How do I do that with the pixel dice? I click on the 20, right? I click on the D20 dice to open up the menu for the pixel dice to work, right?
Is it not connected right now?
No, it's connected.
Yeah, you
But how do I add the +2 then?
you click the crafting button,
Oh.
and then you
When you when you went to
Oh.
click the crafting in
Oh,
chat,
shift.
you
Oh,
hold
shut
shift.
Okay, I got it. I got
Yep.
it.
Then you can add a +2, and then when you hit roll, then you can roll your pixel, and it should.
Do add that, and then roll. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. It didn't take it. What do you? I rolled a 17 this time.
All right,
What?
17.
Well, you rolled a
would've
10
been-
again. It would have been a crit
Yeah,
success.
it would have been
but-
fine. Yeah. So.
Okay, so and the price of this thing is 935. You're only having to spend 10% for the materials because you're just transferring it. You're not creating a new one. So it's gonna be
90.
93 gold and 5 silver.
93. 5. Remove. Cool.
And then that'll take 8 hours. Is anybody else doing anything in that time?
God, I gotta look at the exploration activities again, because my plan was to earn income, but I can't.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me a second. Exploration, browse.
Empty my rats.
Activation Nimbleoth lore? What the fuck? Let's see.
Oh, we should start a cheesery.
A cheesery.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh.
Baking and food really aren't my forte, but I'm not exactly opposed. Also, where does this place refresh its food? Where's the food in this place?
God, heads up, that did not take me anywhere.
I don't need to learn a spell.
Uh,
Oh, those are
I did, like,
inspiration. Those
switch
aren't
floors.
downtime. Hold on, let me look up downtime.
There it goes.
I gotta bring up archives.
Yes.
All right.
Downtime.
You will be Nibbles. You will be the strongest of all rats. You are my rat commander.
That's mortifying.
You don't know this.
I don't, but it's I am finding it mortifying.
Okay. Can I move that wounding rune onto a rune stone?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
or
I mean
don't-
you can move it to a runestone. It's still gonna cost 10% of the materials to move it to the runestone, but then when you move it from the runestone to something else, then it's free. So you're still paying the 10%, whether you moved it from an item to an item or an item to a runestone. You're just not going to pay double, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really.
But
think
if you
there's any-
looted, the idea with runestones are like sometimes you could loot a runestone of wounding in a chest, and then you could then apply that to a weapon for free.
Right.
You know, or buying it from a store. Or, I don't know.
Is anybody suffering from any diseases?
I don't think so.
Just
think
a clap.
Or just.
Can I
clapping,
treat his
okay.
clap with my downtime with treat disease?
No, I was talking about Rishalou.
Oh, well, yeah, that went without saying.
What-
He's insisted he
what
was
do you-
not going to get rid of that.
What do you mean? I wasn't clapping. What are you talking about?
No,
when you
the-
walk.
The clap.
Oh.
As in the
I-
venereal disease.
Oh no! I I do not have any of those.
Thank God. The last thing
I'm very
I needed was...
resilient and careful. Fear not.
The last thing I needed was more random people showing up at the clinic with more STDs.
Oh no!
Do you know
Is that
how
a problem?
Yes. It happens almost daily, where one random person will show up at the clinic with some sort of new transmitted disease.
No,
And
we usually just would let
Rishalou-
them die in the Goblin Village till I figured out how to cure them.
Well, our society is a
Pushing it.
little bit more advanced than that. We can actually deal with and treat most of those.
Are you saying goblins aren't advanced?
I mean, can you treat STDs?
I can.
Well, yeah, but does your goblin village?
Point taken.
My point exactly.
Rishalou, this chest over here.
Not that
Oh,
that's
yes.
a good thing. I find that
Oh, the
you
party
very
should-
sad.
That's
to be
where you
fair.
can put stuff that'll persist.
Oh, okay.
The stash tab in the party menu is just going to be shit that's on the floor. So if you leave it, it'll be deleted.
Oh,
Oh,
gotcha.
no.
I remember you saying that.
Nibbles, if the doctor tries to get rid of you too, bite him in the dick.
Damn.
And then I'll put one upstairs as well. Somewhere.
I'm sorry. I can't help but feel I'm being talked about. Something
We'll just
about
put it on
biting
the-
in the dick.
Excuse me.
Did you used to be used by rations?
Yeah, I saw you do that.
Okay, good.
I will rest. Get my one missing spell slot back.
No, I'm eating my dinner. That almost made me spit it out. That was so funny, bro.
That was...
No, what Kyle did.
I
Don't worry about it.
Do we
It's
have
funny.
to eat rations, or is there food in this place?
That is something I believe part of the demiplane provides you with, like, it's not actual food, but your sustenance needs are met while it's being in here magically.
Okay.
But you're not actually eating real food, but it's like the Matrix or whatever. You're good.
We're just magically filled.
Yeah.
I don't want to get off topic, but the Neutron movie, I'm gonna go see that. It's
Oh,
so
There's
hell
a
funny
yeah.
new
making
Tron
one.
movie coming out?
Yeah,
Holy
the
shit,
Tron
that's
people come to
awesome.
Earth.
Oh,
Yep.
that's so cool. Oh, now I
Yeah.
gotta go see
It
it.
looks tight, man. It looks so
I want to
good.
see it so bad.
Like, I know people didn't
Agreed.
like the
I
2013
saw it
Tron,
today.
but I thought that Tron 2013 was pretty decent.
It was fine. I
It
didn't.
was
mind.
okay. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it was a
I didn't
decent, like, it was a fine sequel. Like, it didn't need to exist, but I'm not,
Right.
I don't
This
oppose
one looks
its
sick, though.
existence.
Yeah, it does. It looks good as hell.
I didn't even know there was one coming out. I'm gonna have to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, October 10th.
Wow, alright.
Not sponsored, unfortunately.
Damn.
We are not sponsoring.
Although, to be fair, if we were sponsored and I didn't know, that would be a little concerning.
Well, today's
True.
video sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends,
Oh,
new
fuck.
mobile game sweeping the market.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It was like it would not surprise me if Raid Shadow Legends went to one of you and fucking tried to get a sponsorship without even telling me. With how much
Dude,
they
I-
sponsor people, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Dude, I heard that
Sponsor
they
from
pay out
Renolgz.
like $2,000 to $4,000 for a readout.
They do.
It depends on your
Yeah.
size.
Sure.
Like, I got $100 for mine.
Wow, nice.
I'm a sellout.
You're so.
I've gotten some like requests for sponsorships, but I have a rule of thumb that I don't accept sponsors of things I wouldn't play or do.
So
No,
Raid is
that's
not
solid.
Raid is not bad. I am a gambler. I am not allowed to play most mobile games because I will spend all my money. So I don't.
That's
Oh,
fair.
jeez.
It's
That's
like
fair.
Genshin Impact. I've gotten a couple emails from Streamlabs with Genshin Impact sponsors, and I'm like, I don't play the game anymore, so I'm not gonna like support it if I don't personally play it
Yeah.
consistently.
No,
All right,
that's-
so
Like, I think it's a
8
good game, I
PM,
just wouldn't
Rishalou,
take
you're
money
able to
and try to
move
push
your
it to people.
rune if you haven't already.
I have.
And if nothing else, we will move it to the next day.
Yes.
Very good. Hold on, I gotta get to my bedroom. I'm gonna stop by the balcony first.
Before I prep
Say goodnight.
my... Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Do your thing.
Before I prep my spells for the next day, do you guys like me more in battle form, or do you want me to cast spells more often? Because battle form restricts me from spell casting.
I guess it's situational, really.
Yeah, that's the main problem I'm coming up with, is I can prep dragon form twice, but then I'm losing out on big spirit blast and dealing a lot of damage. But if I'm aiding the team more as in casting or battle form, then I want to play into the team strengths.
Honestly, I'm feeling casting would probably be best, mostly because you have me as the frontliner. You have Sylas as the other frontliner.
All right,
And
Amalisce.
so-
I'll keep
And Amalisce.
one dragon form prepped, but I'll keep
Yeah.
some damage spells in my highest
Yep.
spell slots too.
And I made the dragon form spell better.
Yeah, it's kind of Alhatham spell, because it's the first
Oh,
spell I think
God.
I casted at 6th level.
Well, when you apply the effect, it'll actually automatically.
You know
turn
what? I
into
want
a
to see it
dragon
really
now.
quick. Hold on. I'm just going to cast it just to see the cool visual. So,
gotta drag your Imperial.
Oh, yeah,
I saw you did
there
the work
it
on that. That
is.
thing's cool as fuck.
I love this shit.
And then if you remove the effect,
It'll drop back down. One day I'll
Yeah,
get
found it
art that
cool.
I actually like for Dragon Form Alhatham, but today was not that day.
Well, and that's using the official like $60 art pack dragon. If we were to try to do that on our own, I don't know if I'd be able to make the wing clip out of your square like that and make it all fancy and cool. So,
And maybe not.
Hey,
but it's the right color anyway.
Yeah, that
Well,
looks sweet.
technically not. The way I themed my Imperial Dragon form was more black, but because, Death
Oh,
Cleric.
but they're heaven dragons. Right?
Well,
Aren't they
yeah,
supposed
my
to be-
idea was since he's like a Cleric of Anubis, was his scales are black, but the halo is the, like, Eclipse yellow or Eclipse orange. Like
Maybe we
what
could just
you'd
use
see
the
with a solar
Drag,
eclipse.
black dragon then, or something.
We could
that's
use the
already
Black
made.
Dragon. It would work just as well.
Okay, so Rishalou, yeah, you're stopping by the balcony.
Stop by, good night. Nice to meet you.
Good night, adventurer. Me and the heralds will inform you if there are intruders that enter the Herald Court.
Why, thank you very much. And I will see you in the morning. Good night.
Good evening, adventurer.
Good evening, Mr.
You've
Trump.
exhausted her dialogue.
Right.
Me and the other heralds will alert you if there are intruders that enter the Herald Court.
Oh, God. Fucking love that shit.
Oh shit, wrong door.
Alright, so everyone can rest for the night. Make sure your shit's all prepped and ready to go. It'll be 7 a.m. on Holiday, the 7th of Farah.
Right.
Alright, time to make my new daily crafts.
Already rested.
Oh, we gotta hit the coffee cup.
I'm gonna
boy.
prep one more heal today instead of 3 harms. We're down a player, so I think the safety net is probably a good idea.
Fearsome
And the
or vitalizing?
Fearsome.
Thinking fearsome too, yeah.
Fearsome's a generally good rune. Vitalizing is only good in certain circumstances.
Right. That will
I
be-
like Fearsome a lot. I love that on Garfield, actually.
Yeah.
A
Fearsome is-
frightened is a great
After
condition.
review, the only thing from the alchemist that I thought we were still doing, I thought I saw a couple times. If you have a pre-crafted potion in your bag, and you want to administer it to an ally or to yourself, we have to remember that it's an interact action to pull it out of your bag and then an interact to use.
Yes.
It's unlike the quick alchemy where you're just crafting it in your hand automatically,
Yeah, I'm
so
just
that
like,
action
whoosh.
allows you to have it out already.
That's why I've been measuring my movement and stuff so much, and I've been trying to stay like kind of close to like account for that. Because it is a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
But it's pretty worth it a lot of times.
All right.
Until Gilbark gets his ass kicked.
And then I assume you're bringing Amalisce because,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, it's tuned for 5 right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. Above game, I think it's probably a good thing that we got the trumpet first, because now we don't have to worry about like being infiltrated by any of the demons and that have been looking for the hero cards.
Yeah,
Quite
you
so
have
cool.
the heralds that alert you of intruders that enter the Herald Court. You have the paladins that defend the Herald Court. You guys are setting up.
We are setting up. We're stacking. I like it. Good morning. We will be back soon. Fear not.
Good morning, adventurer.
Nibbles, treat
Rule.
your brothers well. Make sure they grow big. Mwah.
He kissed them.
Guys, I'm ready to go.
Is that red hair on your lips?
No.
Oh, okay. Just a hair lip. I get it.
Yeah, I didn't shave for a while. You like my mustache?
Oh, it's solid. You use mustache wax, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I like it. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
It gives you that certain
Shit, I need to go back
something.
downstairs.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's a something.
Yeah, I like twirling it when I'm like bored. And then he starts doing like the villain twirl thing.
Villain twirl.
Yeah.
Where is Sylas? Why is he always late? Along with Amalisce.
Well,
The cat protects me from getting pierced multiple times, actually.
Oh,
oh,
there
she just warped back into existence. Fantastic.
That startled me, actually.
Yeah, you just hear.
It's just a little magic, you know. She's been a little absent the last day and a half, so I've just been, making sure she doesn't get into trouble.
You know, to be honest with you, it has been quite quiet around here since she's gotten sick. I almost like it. Not
Well,
that
Wait,
she's
was
sick.
that a short joke?
It's a... What do you mean?
I don't think so.
Alhatham says you couldn't find her. I've talked to her the entire time. Hello?
Well, you guys look at each other eye to eye, so I get it.
Well, that happened outside of the implied role-playing, so that doesn't count. All right, shut up.
Oh, sorry. I'll get back to in-game.
Yeah, there you go. Much better.
One of these days, Gilbark's going to be walking around with a rat sitting on his shoulder the entire time.
Gilbark needs
gonna-
Gilbark needs to take a spellcasting dedication or familiar master so he can get a rat.
I can't
Right.
wait till this place gets invaded and all you rat naysayers will see an army of rats swarm whoever attempts to come in here.
It's going to be like fucking Ratatouille, where all the rats come in and they kidnap the chef and throw him in the fucking meat locker and shit.
Or yeah, the pet feet. That would also work. I forgot they
And
added
then I'll
that.
be like, this could have been your house, Alhatham. You could have had your own private security. Now it's too late.
I do not want my house infested with rats, regardless of whether or not they'd be good security. It just brings down
You
the
just
property
see the
value.
vision. Make rats great again.
That's right.
Jesus.
Mara.
Mara.
All right, it is
Burger.
7:30 in the morning. The sun is up in the sky.
All right.
So,
well,
we're not going through any of the portals, right? We're just walking out the front door and going traveling, yes?
I think while our one colleague is having some health issues, we should probably, yes, keep things on the down low, at least as much as possible.
Very well. Let us
So
embark
does
on our
anybody know
travel.
what that means, on the down low? I've just heard my students say it.
Oh, it
Download.
means you should, like, keep it conspicuous.
Oh, I see.
Wait, no, sorry. Inconspicuous. Sorry. Lexicon.
Interesting. Lexicon. Down low. I would think it... I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
It also
I-
means a high five, but an opposite. And then he does, like, he puts his hand down low.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty hip, and he, like, snaps his suit, what are they called?
Suspenders.
Yeah, the suspender
Oh, yeah.
straps.
That's too
All right, you guys step out the front gates of Harrow Heart, the name of the castle, and you see a village that surrounds the castle. The castle's up on a hill. There's like a village that sprawls around the outside within this hex. As you walk down the hill, following the winding road that enters the village, you'll see a bunch of homes and marketplaces and a well and basically a fully simulated society. But all of the inhabitants all seem to have that transparentness to them as they walk around and simulate a fully functioning village.
Ah, magical
Are we-
simulacra. Interesting.
Interesting.
Gesundheit.
Are we going to need
Simulacra is a
ration
word.
for this trip?
Probably. I would take some. But I don't know how far the magical filling aura seems to extend past this place. It might only be present inside the actual castle or the surrounding area. So I would
Can
bring
we-
some just to be safe.
Okay,
What's
can
our
we...
slowest mover?
What's the what?
Like, slowest moving speed. Is it me at 35?
20. It is
Oh.
Richelieu.
No,
The
I'm at
fuck?
30.
Oh,
I'm 30 because I got rid of the halberd. The only reason I was encumbered because of that halberd.
Oh, right.
Or,
yeah.
or axe.
Alhatham then is the slowest
At
25.
25. Yep.
Damn.
Haven't needed fleet. I'm a caster. I'm in the back.
I took that shit. Fuck that.
And even when I'm not in caster form and I'm in dragon form, I get 100 feet of fly speed, so it doesn't matter.
That is true.
That's fair.
Wow. Amalisce has 45 movement. Damn.
Welcome to monks.
That's crazy.
Right.
To be fair, they're like that in D&D too. Monks are sick. I love monk as just a
Dude.
class.
A monk's a great
love
class.
the Shurek, man.
Honestly,
Love the archetype.
like, overall, I think I might like monk in PF2E better, but new 2024 monk in 5e is pretty good.
You know, for Kingmaker, we should just make a whole party of monks.
We could totally do that and not have, like, any overlap.
Right?
Monk is one of those classes you could play a party of 5 and not have any overlap. Like, sure, you'd be
I'm
all
more than
marshals,
wondering,
but
Monk.
you could, like, specialize, like, in key spells or, like, multi-class dedication into something. Or I have a monk idea that's like a Saiyan with the Starlight Sentinel dedication and everything.
So can we pick up, like, I don't have any rations. Can I pick those up in this simulated town?
I have a bunch.
Don't worry about it. I have plenty.
Oh, okay.
I've got about 49 days worth of rations on me.
I also have a lot because it's in my bag. I put a bunch in there. I have. What's 8 times 7? I don't feel it. Never mind. 56. So I have 55 days of rations.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
as you leave the comfort of Harrow Heart, the castle, you do feel that the magic that's maintaining your hunger is no longer in effect.
Which also possibly means we could encounter enemies or monsters on our travels.
I would assume that as well.
I
So,
would find it unlikely, given this is an extra-dimensional space, but it is possible.
Well, we will definitely find out.
Yes. Does anybody mind if we take like a 2-3 minute break?
No, I don't know.
Because I got
Yeah, I could take a quick nap.
Wow, that's a really fast nap. I just
do
heard
it.
somebody get home, and I want to go downstairs really quick to make sure everything's
Yeah.
good. So,
All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
yeah, we'll be right back, everybody.
I'll be here.
And we're back.
And that's why I think they should have appointed Alucard to becoming the new Pope of the Church.
Well, obviously, but that's besides
Agreed.
the point.
Agreed.
Okay, 7:30 in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
How about we head a tile over, or a hex over, to the carnival?
Can we stop and
According-
get bacon?
What? Can we stop and get bacon, did you say?
Yeah.
You do understand that everything that we get here will turn to dust the moment we leave.
Yeah, but we're not leaving.
That's true as well.
That's actually
We're
a
gonna be here
valid
for a while.
point.
So,
And
yeah,
isn't that
so-
just what food does naturally? Like, after you eat it, eventually it just turns into nothingness and you...
You know, that actually
That
brings
is
up some
true.
important, like, Ship of Theseus types of conundrums. So if we spend gold in the town, for example, and we get raw materials to craft items, and are those items, when we craft those items, if partially, at what point is a partial item crafted from this extra dimensional material no
Well, let me
longer
put it
an
this
item?
way. If you make a hammer by buying iron from this local village of NPCs, and you fashion it with a stick that you brought in here from the real world, and then you have a hammer, and you were to go back into Galorian, you would now have a stick.
But what if, like,
Because
50%
the metal
of the
part
iron
of the
was
hammer-
already accounted for? Like, what level of percentage?
Well, if you brought 50% of it from Galorian, and then you bought 50% from here, you would then go back to Galorian, and you would have a really shitty hammer that would probably break in one hit because it's missing half of its iron.
That's probably the most reasonable way to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one man can still beat 100... 100 men can beat one gorilla.
Probably.
Gorillas could
Probably.
definitely be one man.
100 gorillas
Oh,
definitely good, yeah.
100%. But what if
Honestly,
we learned
I
that?
think-
What if that
Unless
one
he was
man
drunk.
was armed with a
Overrule
sniper
gorilla.
rifle and had like 100 miles of distance?
If you use the right leverage and rope and things, 20 men could take a gorilla on.
That is true.
Easily.
But what
It's
if you
happened in
just
the
punch
past.
the gorilla in the dick?
Then you're dead.
They have an innie.
You're dead. It's true.
They haven't any.
They do.
I know.
Granted, that
Yeah.
only works against
I wish
male
we did.
gorillas, but
Well, you know why that is, right? It's because when they're fighting, they try and bite each other's dicks off.
Yeah, they literally evolved
What the
like
fuck?
to yeah, they evolved
Oh,
like
that's
like-
legit.
yeah,
Really?
so
Do
they
that.
like suck their
Not a
balls
human.
and yeah, they
Yeah.
suck all their genitals in and like basically at all times.
holy
Because
shit,
they're,
that's
like,
fucking
violent as
I've
fuck.
learned to
crazy.
go for the balls too.
Unless
Oh,
they
yeah.
have the boom.
We should have
The
evolved
balls
to
don't.
suck it in.
Dude, seriously, how useful would that be?
That'd be fucking
No more cup
weird.
check.
That'd be
Cup
fucking
check.
weird.
Ow!
Hold on, it's cold outside. Like, give me a second to tuck in.
That's a good use for it right there.
Just
All
like-
right, so to traverse one hex tile in the plains biome will take one activity, so you don't even need to hustle. And you can spend the day traversing the tile. That includes the time that it would take to get there, as well as establish, a camp for the night and to sleep until the next morning.
All right. So
All right.
I'm assuming we're gonna head to this cards area initially, right? All right.
All right, so then one day would pass.
What beautiful countryside.
And you guys had rations, or were you wanting to subsist from the land?
We don't have Wolfram, so we'll do rations. Unless anybody is good at survival, which I don't think anybody is.
I'm trained.
Alhatham used to be really good at survival, but then I found it was irrelevant for his current build.
The DC is also pretty easy, as you guys are still in the farmland of the Harrow Court. It would be very
You know what?
easy to pluck food from the land.
Who's got the
I will
highest survival
try.
bonus?
Yeah, me.
Oh,
I will try to subsist off the land just because I want to try it.
Does that actually apply to survival when you click that?
yeah.
well,
looks
it
like
doesn't. It just has the die there, so
Yeah, just click it. It should work.
okay.
Because it's taking into account its wisdom, and then it's saying untrained for me because I'm untrained.
God almighty, why did this not? I rolled an 18. I gotta see if my pixel.
Hey, you rolled a 17. It was
Oh
pretty
my
close.
God.
17, so perfect.
Yeah, so you critically succeed to subsist, so I believe that gives you, like, rations for 2 people or some shit? What has to
Yeah, it's like 1 person or 2 person.
Critical success. You either provide living for yourself and 1 additional person, or you improve your own food and shelter, granting yourself comfortable living instead of just... So you can either feast yourself or provide adequate for yourself and someone else.
Oh, I will do it for 2 other people, not just I would not use it for myself. I would give it away.
You'll eat your own fill and provide food for another person.
Exactly.
Okay.
We should probably just say it's Amalisce, so we're not ripping things out of her inventory.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's fair.
So then the rest of you would need to consume a ration for that night, and then we can continue on to the 8th day of Ferris. And we are in the spot where, Alhatham, I believe you have the carnival.
Yep.
Your card gem, the light on it, would be flashing very, very rapidly as you narrow in on the location that it was guiding you to. Let me get
I will
card.
gladly spend 8 hours and roll a perception check. It's only DC 28. I need to roll a 7 or higher.
So once you follow your card in this tile in the fertile farmlands area, you stumble upon a colorful, vibrant, and slightly off-putting fairground, where festivals and celebrations are in constant swing. The simulacra who inhabit this carnival never leave and tend to subtly draw appearances and themes from potential foes that you may face in your future. So these NPCs, these simulacra, are all just playing and having fun at this festival, this fairground, but their appearance, some of them or one of them that you might be able to find in the crowd might reflect someone you will potentially meet soon. So go ahead and roll this perception check to see if you can find in the crowd. See if you can look through this crowd of people.
Can we play some games, maybe?
Oh,
And it will
easy!
take 8
Fucking
hours.
peasy!
Yeah, so it takes 8 hours. So we'll say it takes the full exploration activity a day. But you spend 8 hours. You guys, some of you have fun playing at the fairground, whatever. Only 1 person may attempt. A character can spend 8 hours. I think it's just 1 person.
I think it is.
But the rest of you can either help him or whatever, or
No, I'm gonna heckle some clowns then.
have fun.
Yeah, it specifically
but
states
Alhatham-
once per week, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be just once. And Alhatham spends the whole time, basically 8 hours, just observing every single person and watching them closely. You observe some of the carnival performers, and you gain subtle clues as to the nature of a foe that you will soon face.
Ooh.
So I need to choose a specific named enemy that you're likely to face at some point in this adventure. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is probably like, it looks very natural for Alhatham, because he's used to like looking over his class and seeing who needs extra help and who's struggling with certain things. So he's probably
cheating.
used to, taking an exam and cheating. So he's probably used to like just observing people and trying to gauge this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you're looking around, you're looking through the carnival, and you see the faces of the people, and you kind of study each of them and get an idea of maybe some of their weaknesses or, how dexterous they are. You're basically recalling knowledge on everyone here. It was supposed to be a secret check. We're going to say it wasn't. You critically succeed, so what's going to happen is I'll tell you once we get to the point when you're meeting this foe,
and I'll tell you that you recognize them when we come to them, and you will have a critical success to recall knowledge off the bat.
Holy shit, that's amazing. I get to pick out their spells and... well, not spells. I get to pick out their saves and something else? Nice.
Yeah.
Target
But, like,
those
you don't
weaknesses.
so you don't know who it is. You're just looking around at everyone.
Yeah.
But in the future, I'll let you know that you recognize someone from the carnival.
This is definitely worth doing once a week.
Agree.
Yep. And then I need to make sure to mark down. That's what I'm saying. Like, this stuff's cool, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
manual shit for me to keep track of. So, this is the carnival card.
So you can come back and do this again?
Yes, once a week.
Once per week.
Oh, wow.
So I'm assuming timeline-wise, it's probably like once per major encounter.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I'm
Very
just adding some secret GM notes to this.
Oh.
Also, thank you.
Card.
Thank you for the natural 20. Cute little pixel dice. Thank you.
Right.
But yes, that'll be the end of that was 8 hours. So you guys would need to subsist again or eat your
I will try.
Yep. I will eat my rations.
Nom nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
You know, these are honestly
I would-
better than most of what the school carries in the cafeteria.
I would have done the heavy nom nom nom, but I'm tired.
Hutch, just lay down, dude. You don't need to scratch your bed up.
All right,
my
well,
God.
don't tell me what to do, bro.
Damn,
Failure
you got
rates.
yourself and Amalisce again.
Ooh. Well, look at that failure rate. It's like
It literally
negligible.
needs a nat 1 to
It's
fail.
yeah, you guys are literally camping amongst cornfields and shit.
Is
Like
it?
it's not hard to get food.
Yeah, we
And
took our
you'll
bread.
notice
We took our bread
when you
maker with
eat-
us, so we just pumped the wheat into it. You know, it just comes out.
you'll notice when you pick the food and you eat it, like, and you hold it, it's still got that fakeness to it, that ephemeralness to it. But when you eat,
Right.
you do have some magical effect of
Being full.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You feel full despite the fact that you know you're not really eating real corn or
Right.
whatever you picked.
Interesting. This corn is very strange, yet satisfying.
Magic is fascinating. I've spent most of the last couple of years studying it. The effects it can create are quite impressive. And I mean,
It's
all of
alright.
this is magical.
It's intriguing and terrifying at the same time.
Heck, I've heard tales of a ritual, or not a ritual, but a spell called Resplendent Mansion. And even it doesn't create, like, an extra dimensional space that encompasses, like, several, like, probably tens of miles of land to each side.
Interesting.
So you would all eat, camp out near the carnival. It will be the next day,
Uh-oh.
the 9th of Farath, 7:30 in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
I guess we're probably
Well.
gonna keep going.
Beeline over to the next... Is that a desert? Is that considered a desert?
Yes.
Okay. So yes,
Ooh, through the desert.
through the desert. This is gonna get warm. I'm not liking it. We're
Yes.
full plate.
So in order to successfully traverse into the desert, it will take 2 activities, 2 travel activities, because it's difficult terrain.
Interesting.
It is also considered severe heat.
Ah, of course. Son of a gun.
It's a good thing I'm fire resistant.
But you're not heat resistant.
Well, no, but honestly, I don't know. Generally, fire resistance comes, or cold resistance comes with some sort of thing, but I don't think it's necessarily universal. Although, perhaps we should come back here later. We could always go around rather than making our way through the desert as well.
That is true. But it would
Altern-
also take...
Yeah, so if you do not have some way to deal with severe heat, every 4
every hour, you will be taking minor fire damage.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I guess we are going to go around then.
Well, minor fire damage probably means like a D10 or something. It's not a huge
Minor
deal.
fire damage is 1d6, 2d6. Why is it a range?
I assume 2d6 would be like if you're particularly poor at the environment or susceptible.
Use your best judgment based on how extreme you deem the danger to be.
Or that.
Yeah, so I'll say it's 1d6 per hour of the day. So that would be 12d6 total fire damage if you do not have a way to deal with
Extreme heat.
I
severe
think
heat.
I
Severe
could
heat.
manage. Worst case scenario, I take 1 damage every time we take damage, but
Excuse me.
as for the rest of you, I don't know. My
Well, look at it this way. It's either going to take us 4 days to get there, or it's going to take us 8 days to get there.
We could also do this later rather than now. We could go back and do some more portals, but I'll leave that up to you all. I don't care either way.
Well, I mean, we can always, knowing that we will be traversing such a place and need ways to mitigate the heat damage, we could always look for ways to be able to do that before continuing on through. But I think this maybe Sylas' call, because it's his card that we are going to look after now.
I would agree. Sylas?
What's the max damage we can take in one day?
It's 12d6 technically.
I think we'd be fine.
We could heal up as we get
6,
through.
60, 76.
That's true. Heat stroke isn't exactly uncommon. I've treated it multiple times.
There you go. That's not wrong.
Let's get heat stroke.
Let's do it.
On game. All right. My body seems to be more just inherently resilient from, being Osiriani and all.
Gilbark, can you make fire-resistant potions for us, maybe?
I heard a cow go,
Yeah, are you wanting to do 2 days to get through the difficult terrain desert, or were you wanting to do the extra travel action per day by, was it hustling or something?
Oh, hustling. Oh, that's true.
We could hustle.
Uh,
Of course, overexerting ourselves in a desert isn't necessarily the greatest
Oh,
idea
forced
either.
march.
Right, we would be fatigued.
As long as you're not fatigued, you're allowed to force march. Doing so allows you to gain an extra travel activity each day. But it is the only activity you can perform for the day. You can participate in a forced march safely for a number of days equal to the character's con mod. Any additional days of forced march make the character fatigued until they spend an entire day of downtime resting.
What's everybody's
So,
con mod?
if your goal is to do this only for 1 day, it's totally safe to do so. If you were going to do it for additional days, you'd have to kind of look at con mods and see who might get fatigued doing that.
Okay, so if we were going from desert hex to desert hex, that would be the big problem.
If you
That's
wanted
for
to, do 2
forced
full
march.
movement per day.
Okay.
And the forest biome that you can kind of see over the dunes, over this desert, temperatures you assume would be normal during the day and the night.
Well, let's do it then. We're not a bunch of pansy-ass, goblins, no offense.
I have a +4 to con, I'll have you know.
Well, that's perfect.
I might only
Let's
have
go.
a +3, but the fire resistance helps.
Alright. So you guys will do a forced march on this day, the 9th of Fereth. Try to get 2 full travel activities done, which would move you a full hex into difficult terrain. You would then be able to sleep for the night, but there would be a full half day during the day of severe heat. So there will be 1d6, I think we said, per hour.
Mm-hmm.
of damage. So
You're gonna need to roll those dice individually because I'm fire resistant.
okay.
Okay, I take 1. I take 2.
Oh,
What?
We all have to take that individually because Ryan's a bitch.
Listen, man, I played a smart and
Alright.
took fire resistance as a rune. I take 2
There is
damage.
12 hours
No.
worth of D6 heat damages for y'all.
14, 16.
I guess if I knew the syntax, I could have specified it was 1d6 fire. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it might
You
be
know,
like...
I was gonna say I was
Fire?
drinking my fire resistance
40
potion like
Oh
Kool-Aid.
shit, it does work. You just have to put fire in brackets after your 1d6, and
Yep.
it would actually
Yeah, I
type the
can't
damage.
just take the damage either, so.
Yeah, we have to have a token on the map, technically.
It's 40 altogether, so just take 40.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh, look how... Oh, I feel large.
Amalisce
I
is
am.
not doing
Right,
too hot. Excuse the pun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna heal myself.
Yeah, you could probably... actually, it's probably not even a concern, because you could probably just
Might
create
be one of the things that we might
potions.
want to hand wave.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
because
because
he
we-
can
I
just
can just
generate
lay on
potions, like, at multiple times an hour. So he could
Literally
probably
pop
just,
them out of my ass on cooldown.
Then just
Yeah,
let
I
me
can-
Hand wave. We'll hand
Yeah.
wave severe heat. If we get beyond that, we'll look into it.
You know
more,
what?
but-
All
I'll
right.
just say I'll for my daily crafts while we travel through here, I make my fire resistance potion,
There
so
you
everyone
go.
has a 10 resist to it.
You know, the
Oh,
great...
damn.
And it does
It tastes
get
like
cold.
Kool-Aid.
It does
Cherry.
get cold here in the desert.
It's
Fortunately, it is only mild cold, which is no damage.
Oh, nice.
All right,
But
let's
it is
learn.
colder than it was in the. Yeah,
If
that
we-
place is gonna be.
I was
fucking
gonna say if we
terrible.
go there, I'm making cold resist.
There you go.
Wow,
True.
humans don't get a fire resistance heritage like most other races do. They only get a cold one. Wow.
I have a cold resist and poison resist. I'm
Damn.
neat. I'm Gilbark.
I'm neat.
I mean, to
Yeah,
be
it
fair,
looks like
if-
nothing goes over severe in any of these biomes. So
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
we should be fine. Anyway, so the 9th of Faras, you guys traveled here, so we would be a day forward. If you're wanting to subsist, you either eat your
I'm gonna try.
ration, or you could try to find food in the desert.
I'm gonna look, just because I can.
Well, good luck. I don't think
Thanks.
you'll find much.
I don't think I will either, but you know.
It's worth a shot.
Oh yeah, I tried.
Well, if you need any rations, let me know. I have more than enough.
Hello.
You need any rat?
I cut out?
Need any rats?
Yeah. Sounds
Oh,
like you guys are gonna
no.
have to hand out rations.
Yep,
Desert's
I will
not
take-
very easy to find food compared to the cornfields you were just in.
Yeah.
And you guys have made it here in just one day due to your forced march. What would you like to do next?
Shall we continue?
I have to say, I do not like walking across sand in full plate armor. It is not easy.
Honestly, this
And
isn't
as
so
you-
bad.
As you kind of get, you wake up in the morning, you're basically on the edge of the desert. You just traversed the tile the day before. You're looking at the hexes before you. They are very densely forested. As annoying as the sand was, you sink through and it's slow. The trees also seem to be, they're going to pose a difficult terrain. They're going to be hard to get through as well. So it will be two
Walking around.
activities to get traversed into the woods.
Very good. I can't wait to be out of this desert. I don't like this at all.
And if you'd like to force march again, this would be the second day in a row. So you would need everybody in your party to have a con of at least 2 to not get fatigued.
I think we all do.
I think we're good.
I have 3, and Amalisce has 4. Okay, good.
I also have 3.
Nice. And Gilbark,
What's up?
your con mod.
I have 4.
Woohoo! We're
Oh,
good.
so I'm
I'm
the
tanky.
frail one.
Tanky boy.
I mean, look at him. He's been mewing every day for his entire life.
He's been
Skinny
mewing.
green arms.
All right, so you can spend just 1 day instead of 2, because you're forced marching a second day in a row to get all the way through and deep into the woods. It would be the evening if you would like to. You're making camp if you'd like to eat ration. Otherwise, you can try to subsist here in the woods.
I absolutely will try to subsist. I am working on my
Rations.
survival.
Amalisce has to technically eat a ration because you failed the last night.
Yep. And the woods seems to be a bit easier than the desert, but not nearly as easy as the food that was literally just being grown.
Oh, it's not letting me click on the
Yep, because you're not on the
party
map.
token.
No,
Yeah.
it's because it's the party token was highlighted.
Party token. Yeah.
Oh,
Seasons of Ghost issue come up again. I thought we were done with this.
Let's see if the forest is any more favorable than that lousy desert one.
Good luck.
Oh, for
Try
crying out
not to
loud.
get mauled by a bear.
All right. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I rolled a 13. Let's see what it rolls.
10.
That's close.
Still a
Oh,
success.
there you go. Would have succeeded anyhow. Ah, the forest is much friendlier in finding sustenance than
yep.
sand.
You're able to capture yourself a squirrel that will
Ooh,
subsist yourself. Subside?
I like it.
Subsist?
Subsist.
Subside? I don't know. It'll feed you.
Which means
Sorry,
I need to go
Amalisce.
into character Amalisce sheet again and do that. Alright.
Yep. And then it will be the next day, the 11th of Farast, and it is here that you guys, Sylas, your card, the rabbit prince, will be flashing and indicating that you are very close to the epitome of this card.
Let me hit him with that stealth.
Just don't fail, please. We've walked all the way here.
You get to it leads you to a section of woodland where the simulacra of the Harrow Court have reported sightings of an anthropomorphic rabbit. You can travel this area of the woods and attempt to spot this elusive rabbit prince by spending 8 hours stealthily scouting the woods and attempting this check. So here is your stealth check if you wanted to kind of skulk through the woods.
Is the rabbit being chased by a little girl in a blue dress?
Is Sylas wearing a blue dress?
I am not.
Then no.
I'm late. I'm late.
It's too dark for me to see what it is. Did it go?
No, it did
Huh?
not.
What?
At least
It's
I don't think
flashing?
it did.
Oh, let me turn on the light. I can't see what it is. Oh. That is a 17. Plus
Wow.
22.
So,
Is it going to give me a 17?
39?
Oh, it gave me an 18 right there.
all right. So, yeah, that would still wait. No, it would be a normal success.
Yeah, normal.
But I'm gonna take the result of your pixel instead because it's better this way.
Dope.
You skulk for 8 hours all day here on the 11th of Farast, going through the woods, and you do find the rabbit. The rest of the party is a ways behind, playing with sticks, sword fighting. I don't know, whatever the hell they're doing. But you skulk out into the woods by yourself, and you come across a very quiet clearing, and you see just on the edge the flash of white fur as you see him with his glimmering crown on his head. The rabbit prince.
I am my trident and I throw it true. Just kidding.
Just as you see him, he turns and sees you and is startled. He jumps. But he's impressed that you actually managed to sneak up on him, as he is quite perceptive. due to you impressing him, he will provide you with a +2 striking weapon.
Ah!
The specific type of weapon is up to you, but it must
wow.
be a common weapon.
A +2 striking weapon.
Pretty sure that's
So,
worth
not-
1,000 gold pieces normally.
Not
so
better
that's
than
worth
what
it.
you have necessarily,
But
but yes,
it's
very
something
well.
I can eat. Oh, but I can't leave here with it.
This is a special overrule. This weapon that he's providing you was not from this realm. It was from Gloria, and then it was brought in.
Pick a wacky
So-
I'll
weapon.
take it.
You're able to take it, and when he provides it to you, he will disappear from the woods forever.
Oh, this is a
Stupid
one-time
rabbit.
thing.
Tricks are for kids.
Let's see, what would be the funniest weapon for him to give you? I gotta look at the list of common weapons.
Yep. So any +2 striking weapon, the type of weapon is up to you. That's any common weapon, and you can figure that out whenever you want. We can add it to your inventory.
Is there even a price discrepancy between most of them?
No, it's gonna be 1,000 gold,
Not really.
500 to sell regardless.
The gold cost going to be in the +2, and then the striking runes.
Yeah, it's basically what it...
I just wanted to find something funny, like an advanced or some really weird niche weapon. That would have been
A
funny.
halberd.
He hands you a wrecker because that's for some reason an advanced firearm combination weapon that's common.
Nice.
But yes, that will conclude the end of the 11th day. Go ahead and use
Holy
a
shit, this weapon is
ration
cool.
or subsist with the forest.
A wrecker?
A wrecker. A wrecker combines a dwarven Doran Durgar with a heavy gear reinforced arm cover that allows it to be fired like an oversized sling, then retrieved and reloaded by manually activating a clockwork spool.
Your internet shit,
Not
right?
Is my internet shit right now?
Yeah, it's been doing it a couple times now.
That's weird because I haven't had any problems with the stream. Like no drop.
Well,
It'd be interesting to see whether you cut out on your upload to your stream or not.
Well, if I do, what can you do? Tragic.
But Discord, at the very least, was cutting out.
It's saying that my connection to Discord is fine is the weird thing.
Yeah, you're fine now.
Maybe it's just
So,
slight-
Rishalou, you find yourself a mundane rabbit to eat. There's no crown on this one. It's just a normal rabbit. And
fucking
you
just kills
catch
the
it,
rabbit.
and you can eat that instead of a ration. Everyone else would need to consume a ration. And that'll be the end of the 11th day.
Well, that
of this
explains
month.
why. That explains why you can only do this once because Rishalou fucking killed it.
He
What did I
spits
kill?
out the crown.
Oh, I subsisted on the rabbit.
What would you guys like to do starting...
Shall we
well, I
head
guess
back?
Move it over.
Well,
I suppose.
yeah.
To the 11th day. Or the 12th day, sorry.
If we hustle one more time, we can get most of the way through the desert, and then we should be able to get back to the farmland before our exhaustion really sets in.
Yeah, your guys' con was 3 was your lowest
Yep.
party member?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, so you could hustle for a 3rd day in a row safely without having exhaustion. If you wanted to spend the 12th day of the month here doing those 2 travel activities, you can get there and get through the desert, and then we would have some damage, but we're gonna hand wave it because that's dumb. And then go ahead and take a ration or subsist here. Oh fuck! I was targeting the thing. Don't do that one. There you go.
Alright.
Try to find
determined to
something in the desert.
Determined to find something here.
It's actually not much harder than the woods. This is surprising.
I can't find a darn thing in the desert. Makes sense. I don't like the desert anyway.
Maybe we should go back and kill those worms and get some worm meat.
Maybe. Possible. But future time we'll go. Such a pain. I don't like the desert.
I'm more
I
concerned
like the
that
forest.
they've been overrun and all killed by now.
It's true. We can always go back and check, I suppose.
Could help them retake that little outpost that I kind of screwed everyone over. My bad. That was kind of my fault.
No, it was not your fault. As the commander of this platoon, I take full responsibility for your negligence.
I'm sorry. A commander of the platoon. You've been here
you're
for
not
all of
referee.
like a week and a half.
Yeah, when we were there, because I was the one who spoke the language, I learned to know that I was the commander of our armed forces, and you were all my subordinates. So if we ever go back there, you're a
Commander
private.
takes the,
I am
weight of
fine
failure
with
off
that
my trade.
for that specific area, but don't go saying that kind of stuff when we're in normal position.
You have no idea how many languages I can speak, and you have no idea how much mischief I could cause.
Do you know how many languages I can speak?
Less than me.
Name a language.
Do you know how many languages I can speak?
Less
Okay.
than me.
Sorry, I thought we were
How
just
many
whipping out our
languages
dicks
can
and
you
tracing
speak?
them in the sand.
1, 2, 3,
Alright.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
So,
9, 10.
if the goal is for you guys to get back to town, we will just move the clock forward 2 days,
You're
because you
right.
only need one action
You know more
per,
languages
and
than I.
you guys can just grab corn, so you don't need to use ration.
I love corn.
DC
Corn
is low
works.
enough, we'll just hand wave that.
Corn's actually a starch.
I have
So
so
you
many
guys get
rations, though. What am I going to do with all
to-
these?
You get back to Harrow Heart on the morning of the 14th of Farah.
Oh, it's so nice to be home.
Oh, finally a warm bed to sleep
home.
in.
Ladies, we are back. How
You
were
mean
things these
one
last week
lady.
since we were gone? Did you miss us?
Hey, dwarf.
We need to find a way back to
The
Absalom.
the fucking trumpet up on the balcony above you will look down. Greetings, adventurers! Welcome back.
There's been no activity in the castle while you were gone.
Nope.
Thanks for...
Glad to see the response is as generic as ever. Really.
Oh, goodness. Looking down over the courtyard is such a surreal feeling.
Are you up there on the balcony already?
He likes it when they don't talk back.
Exactly.
Fucking Rishalou, what did I tell you about sentient life forms?
I'm simply looking down over the courtyard. That is all.
We've been here for all of 30 seconds to maybe 2 minutes.
I
Hey,
just wanted...
Rishalou.
Yes.
The rats are doing great.
Outstanding. Remember, the rats are your friends. You don't need to warn us about them once they enter the castle from the basement.
NPC dialogue, question mark.
Yeah, what? This
We
is
will
some mod
alert you
and shit.
when there are intruders that enter the Harrow Court.
You see what
They're
I
not
mean?
intruders, they are friends.
Sentient life form.
Okay, well, well, thanks for being you. We'll see you later.
That guy.
Oh my
Swear.
god. Have you guys ever watched Viva La Dirt League?
Yes.
That's all I
Yeah,
can think of
all
is
the
the
time.
NPC shit.
That's all I could.
Yeah.
Welcome
I
to
was-
the town of Honeywood.
I was it's fucking
Greg.
it's not Honeywood.
Yeah.
It's fucking wait, is it Honeywood? No,
Greetings,
it's not.
adventure. You saved the children. Yeah, I
Oh,
saved
yeah,
5.
It's Honeywood.
What do you mean,
What
just
about
5?
the rest? You only said I needed to save 5. And that's all.
So I only saved 5.
I fucking love Viva La Dirt League. I watch all of
They're
their new
so
uploads
funny.
as they come out. They're so great.
All
They're in
right.
New Zealand.
So,
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I want to go to New Zealand. I like Kiwis.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't mind
about-
taking a visit to New Zealand.
9 a.m. here in the morning of the 14th in Harrow Heart.
Well,
What
do
a
we want
trick.
to go through another portal, see where we end up?
I believe that.
Meeny, miny. That one.
All right, fair enough.
Ah,
I guess the decision is we could go in order, but I suppose the decision
Good
is
morning.
as arbitrary
Oh, wait.
as any.
The theater was not open last time, right? It was the theater and
was
the
not.
silent.
But
Yes.
they're
Theater
open now.
and the Silent Hag were not fully formed because the DM had not prepared those, and they are fully formed now.
So we
Got
could go
it.
through that one. I'm not adverse either way.
You hadn't even looked through it, obviously, because you couldn't. Now that you
Oh,
get close to it, you would see when
I
you
popped
when
out
you
myself.
get close, it'll
form. The colors and shit will form into an actual image that you can look through the arch. You see what appears to be a partially constructed balcony seating area with red and black curtains which obscure the view of a main theater beyond. Anyone who wants to study the area, including the style of furnishings and embroidery on the curtains, can attempt this performance check, religion check, or society check.
Religion.
We do live in a society.
Is this a secret check? No, it is not.
Nah.
Oh.
All right, Gilbark
Gilbark knows.
and Sylas
Sylas knows.
and
They're
Alhatham.
cultured.
You
Me
know
and
what?
Sylas are very cultured.
I'm gonna roll simply because I can.
I hope
Yeah.
you're very
Go ahead.
cultured too.
I don't know shit.
I know more based on the religious aspect of these curtain designs, but same difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
3 of you from each a different perspective or a reason. You can confirm that this appears to be a VIP box located in one of the many high-class opera houses in the nation capital of Chiliax, or Chiliax's capital city.
Oh,
Interesting.
VIP. That's us.
Well, before we
Hell
decide to go through that, shall we take a look at the other one? We haven't
I don't
discerned
want
that
to.
location yet.
It's got another one in
Also,
it.
when you look through and you're looking at the
I mean,
seating,
I'm fine going through this
the
one.
card, the theater, appears to hover and float in the middle of the portal. It looks like this.
Yeah, if you double click on the portal icons, you can see them too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, we fixed that.
I mean, I'm fine with going and seeing a stage play. It's been a few months.
We can look at the Silent Hag if you want to, but I'm telling you, you're not going to want to do it.
Listen,
You
I have
might,
a
you never
feeling
know.
we're going to have to go through all of these eventually to collect the cards, so...
I don't even
True.
think Rishalou would.
Would not.
He would.
Would not. I disagree.
I will get you drunk first and prove myself right.
Would that only? Oh, never mind.
Listen, I don't know much about hags, but I've heard they're relatively simple to kill if you've got a party of, like, a dragon and, like, a guy with guns and things.
Guy with guns.
Yeah,
True.
I hear it's the cabins you gotta watch out for.
True.
Although, hags seem to really hate people that, like...
America, motherfucker.
Hags really seem to hate people with, like, rapier and, like, swashbuckler types. It really seems to
Yes.
be those in particular that they hate.
They constantly attack them over and over and over.
This isn't
We don't know
conjecture,
why.
by the way. I literally read this in a book. It's, like, scientific fact.
It's like real life and everything.
Yeah.
But I think we should go through the theater because I am intrigued by the marionette with the dragon.
I'll agree.
I'm okay with looking through the Silent Hag portal just so we could roll whatever checks.
Yeah. I
Great.
think we should do that regardless,
fair.
so...
Good idea, Gilbark.
All right. As you
Thank
approach the yellow portal, the magical
sucked in
energies will
immediately.
formulate, and they will create an image that you can look through the arch into. You look out across a landscape of grassy, rolling hills, dotted here and there with corpses of trees. An ancient road, its paving stones nearly overgrown with grass, winds off into the distance from the base of the portal's view. Anyone who studies the terrain can attempt... nobody has this.
Hills lore.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, fucking random ass lore skill that nobody
So
will
it's
ever
too-
have.
yeah, it's too generic. Unless you're a scholar of hills, you would not know what hills and grassy rolling hills and road this is.
I'm going to be honest with you, that hill looks like it could be from outside of Otari to... I don't know.
It could be.
I think that's our
Castrovel,
backyard.
probably,
What's Castro... Oh, the
Who
planet,
keeps
you mean.
putting this
The
hag
planet,
on my
yeah.
screen?
Who do you think? That's what you see in the middle of the portal floating.
I don't
The
like
hag.
it.
Would not.
Wait, there are
Would
hills on...
not.
There are
Island hag.
grassy hills on Castrovel? How do you
From what
know
I read.
that?
There's a dime store novel about an adventure.
Oh,
that
the
Yeah.
one written by what's his name?
The painter.
Fair, I think.
I think it's some gnome, I believe.
Oh yeah, it had the story of their party and the dwarf Wilfram. Oh no, wait.
Yes, and it was an adventure shown in painting, I believe, in some way.
Although I do believe that was sort of at least a little related to real events, because the missing moment was a thing.
This is true. I have heard about that as well.
It's a bunch of hogwash.
No, it actually happened from what I understand.
Well,
No, that can be true, but I don't think everything in that book was.
Well, yeah, obviously, even in my own, even in the Abomination Vaults novel I gave one of each of you, I exaggerated a little here and there, just for, entertainment's sake. It is still a novel, regardless of whether or not it's based on true events.
A little. You called yourself a great doctor. You know how many times you stabbed me?
I think I stabbed you twice, a whole time through that entire adventure.
Wait, you stabbed your ally?
Well,
You tried-
my scalpel slipped a couple times.
he only tried to murder us a few times.
You
I
know.
show him the scar on my left butt cheek.
It's not that bad, relax.
Ooh, yikes!
It's barely
Yeah.
even there.
Yeah, wasn't Alhatham in the beginner box critically
Yes.
failing his first medicine?
I
he was
think I
hurting
critically failed and damaged the party a grand total of twice, maybe 3
But it was
times.
so good because it
through
was
the
the
entire
very first
campaign.
street wounds of ever because we were just learning in beginner
He
box.
was a level
Yeah.
1 doctor.
It
Now
makes
he's
it
a
so
level
funny
12 doctor. Okay,
It
there's
wouldn't
a
have been as
massive
funny
difference.
if it was anybody but you, because you were sitting there. I couldn't fail these because my checks are so high.
And you
Right,
built a
and he-
literal
You're
doctor.
being you.
Uh,
You were being you, so it was funny.
yeah, no,
Nothing
I
could beat
do.
it.
I do lead into it a lot, which is fair.
Did you guys?
There's no
It's
possible way I could fail at that one.
been almost
I do that a
week
lot because it's
since
fun that
you
way.
peered into the other portals. So if you would like to look in the others, you
Sure,
could
why
also
not?
Oh. yeah, we might as
maybe
well
get an
check 'em
idea of
off.
what's in those.
Yeah, fuck it.
This one it's blue. I bet you it's about water.
I want the green
Could be. It could also be
When you
sky.
peer, when you
True.
peer through the Arch of Hammers, you observe a forest clearing dominated by a few fallen
Wow.
trees.
Oh,
Anyone who studies the plant life visible can attempt this nature check
it does say the big sky. Interesting.
to understand maybe where this forest of trees exists.
Oh,
Whoa, that's a high check.
nature.
Nope.
Oh,
Ooh,
Gilbark.
Gilbark.
Wow.
Plus
okay.
18, baby. Nature.
Wow.
So,
Maybe I should have
Solid.
kept up on my nature and survival studies.
and this is how I cured the green
So,
plague.
so the card, the big sky, hovers in this portal, and Gilbark looks beyond and sees the nature and then the trees in the forest, and he finds these species of trees as being common to the northwestern reaches of the Deadshot lands in Arcadia.
Ooh,
Interesting.
very.
All
What the
over
hell's
the place.
Arcadia?
Uh,
More above game. What the hell is Arcadia?
I don't know offhand where that is.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Arcadia.
I know what it is in Final Fantasy, but
I also know that, but I don't know it in Pathfinder.
Arcadia apparently is
sounds
the
fancy.
shit?
Like futuristic
That is
technology.
not where I thought
basically.
that was. That's kind of cool. Yeah, if we all go to the Galorian map,
Woohoo!
I can
Yay.
show you Arcadia, as Gilbark apparently knows, is actually
For reasons we don't know.
the massive area over here.
Oh, it's the
No.
leftmost continent.
Oh wow.
This big ass forest is where you would
Damn.
That's where
surmise is
Arcadia
that
is.
portal's output.
These portals really can
Final
take you
Fantasy
anywhere.
cities.
I mean,
Seems that
at least wherever we were the last time, the
Oh, I didn't bring the
Darklands
stream.
were.
There we
it's
go.
over
Now
here.
stream can see.
Wow.
That's where Arcadia is. Since it wasn't
oh, and I
there,
didn't move our token. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
I guess-
over here was where we were at the Darklands, the last little portal
Yep.
we went through.
Yep.
So this really seems to take us all over the place.
They almost.
And I would assume specifically the portal you guys went through the last time would have been more like the southern, mountainous to that
this
barren
desert
wasteland
area. Yeah.
And supposedly there was some sort of island down here, like that.
Yep.
The water was there was a land bridge. There's a lot of lore about it that we just kind of skimmed over, but there's some shit going on down there. But anyway,
Interesting.
yeah.
The world
Now we're
ending
looking at the
on
forest.
usual.
Way the fuck over here is where Gilbark had identified the blue portal to exit.
Gilbert, how did you even know about that place?
Oh, it's because I had to import some materials from there to create a potion.
Oh,
Attempt to create a potion.
interesting.
I see.
I know a lot about flora and fauna.
Well,
That
let's check
makes
this next
sense.
portal.
Let's.
Right. The red portal. When you peer through the Arch of Keys, you look out over a forested mountainside on an ocean. An ocean cliff. An ocean on the horizon. You're like a cliff overlooking the ocean. Anyone who studies the terrain can attempt this nature.
Goddamn.
And you
right.
see a giant green orc with his
Oh my
ass
God,
out.
Silas.
Wow, Silas made it.
Silas, I have
Oof.
to look at where this fucking place is too.
I'm not
There's
even
my
rolling
two.
the thing because I know I'm not going to succeed.
All right.
I got a big enough bonus in anything. I may as well just roll on everything.
Based.
Don't know where
Hey, family rolls, baby.
that is. True. Like, yep. I never heard of it.
Don't worry, I got you guys.
Alright.
So
I
yeah,
opened
you
my mouth and the GM speaks through me.
you know, you can tell by studying the terrain and the type of fauna and stuff, and the flora there. You can identify the region as the Turwa Uplands in the Mwangi Expanse.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
the
guys, it's
Gohangi
Florida.
Expanse.
Yeah, I know right where that isn't.
Yeah,
And on
the
the-
Mwangi Expanse.
The map it's actually going to be right in this region.
Yep.
Little cove.
Near Geb and
Ocean.
Oh.
near Avestan. Or not
It's
It's on the
Avestan,
west
like
side of the
Arkansas.
continent from Geb. Yep.
Ah,
So it's like a forested ocean coast. Over there is where
It's where
red
Ambigia,
portal.
or however it's pronounced, is. The place where Strength of Thousands and... yeah, Strength of Thousands would be the big one. Takes place.
The
and the
Juggler.
juggler is the card that hovers in the red portal by the ocean.
he's got a duck in his hand. That is weird.
Good at juggling.
He's also
And
got
then
a
finally, the
skull,
grain
a
portal-
sigh, a clock, and a pineapple. I don't know
And a
which one is
pineapple.
weirdest.
I know,
The
right?
green portal Silas had identified about a week ago. You looked into a 70-foot wide jungle clearing in a dense tropical jungle, and Silas identified it as being in the southern reaches of Tian Sha.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
was
one.
the Tian Sha one.
That was the
Oh,
Tian Sha one. There's
that
only one.
was the
Yep.
Tian Sha one.
He
That's
had
I'm
already identified
still
it.
game.
And this was the card that floated in that portal.
Ooh.
I'm still good with
Gilbark.
watching a theater the show if you guys are.
No, I'm all for it. We decided to do that one before we checked out the others. So,
Yippee.
but I
There-
would almost guess that the snakebite one, Gilbark, might benefit from if the card is anything to do
Oh,
with it.
Maybe.
last time I've been to a theater was when I saw Camlet with my students.
Hamlet.
Wasn't Tian Sha disappeared?
No?
No, that's a continent. I
That
think
was
it
just
a
one small
That was
town.
the
small
village.
town.
Oh.
What was it
Tian
called?
Sha's the
Harrow?
whole
No, not
continent.
Harrow.
Shut up,
similar.
God. I'm RPing.
So,
It's similar to Harrow. It was. I think it's named
Willow
off a
Shore. wasn't it?
Willow Shore. Yes,
Willow Shore.
it
yes.
came out
Oh.
recently. It was all over the reports coming out of Otari. You know.
Yeah, no, I kind of skimmed through a lot.
A Willow's Door?
Shore,
something
shore,
like that.
as in like
Shore.
being on a lake or something. It's a shoreline.
all right.
Like a beach.
Even though
So
it's
you
really,
guys
if you
stepping
look at a
through
map,
the
it's not really
orange portal?
near a like
We are.
shore. It's weird that it's called that. Although I guess it's kind of on a river, so
I
All right,
leap
as
through.
you step through the orange portal, let me set this all up
It's a
for
theater.
y'all.
Oh, thank God Lazarus isn't here because I would have had flashbacks.
oh my god.
Yep, you step through the portal and then it disappears behind you.
Lazarus is just Lazarus is just
John
the.
Wilkes.
I've been watching
John
OG. I've been watching OG Dragon Ball, so Lazarus is just launch. It's
Oh my
fucking
God.
yeah. Just what the fuck is going on? Just shooting in the air, like make some room.
They call me John Wilkes, Lazarus.
Excuse me, Mr. President. Is anybody sitting here?
Yeah, so, funny
Uh-oh.
you mentioned. So, you step through the portal. You hear the telltale murmuring of a large crowd just beyond the curtain. This portal deposits you guys in the western and currently vacant upper VIP box of a opera house in Chiliax's capital city of Ergorion.
Ooh.
This is tight.
There is currently a play that is going on. Down below, you would see these seats are full of people. The map just doesn't show that. But there's tons of people. The lights are dim. This play is in full swing before you. If you, just within a couple of seconds, really, you would be able to tell that on stage, there is an opera that is presenting a revisionist history of how the first Linorm, slain in the lands of the Linorm kings, was in truth slaughtered by an ancient ancestor of the House Thrune, implying that the whole of the northern nation would belong to Chiliax. So it's kind of propaganda a little bit. This is a Chiliax play. They're showing the history as the Chiliaxians would like to see it play out.
I could
This
think
box,
myself as a Chillaxian.
Chillaxia.
this VIP box is vacant, but the main floor of the opera house is packed. You do also see on the opposite side of the theater that other VIP box also is full of people. So your box is absent of anyone. The door that would access this has actually been nailed shut, barricaded, so that nobody would access this VIP box from either side. The play is going on. There is one individual here on the stage. There's fake snow raining from the ceiling, and there's this man here who's playing one of the heroes of Chilaxian Historia. He is doing his best to do his opera song, and everyone is enjoying it. Go ahead and make this perception check.
Anybody else getting some serious Phantom of the Opera vibes right
Yeah,
now?
I was just gonna say.
Okay, is this thing moving or is my fucking brain actually just fried?
Your brain is
Your brain is
Fuck.
fried.
Alright,
Brain
it literally
fried
looks
brain.
like it's wiggling.
Well, it looks to
I
me
mean,
like the
it's
snow is kind
bent,
of like
yeah.
fading in and out to me.
I think
So-
you're both just fucking high or whatever.
You're both on crack.
No, it's
I
definitely
don't-
moving.
You guys need to calm off the meth
Hold
a
on,
bit,
I will zoom
you
in.
know.
It is not moving a centimeter.
No, it's
Correct.
Or a
way.
millimeter for that matter.
Give it time.
So, if any of you have know what a Linorm is, they look like this.
Oh no.
They are level 20 creatures.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Oh god.
They are very strong, and that is what this play is depicting. This
I hide behind Gilbark.
soup.
Take him first.
They're depicting a
It's a
Chilaxian
costume, relax.
hero who's fighting this level 20 beast. Like, this is a very intense scene. But those of you that succeed or critically succeed, looks like Alhatham, Gilbark, and Rishalou all notice that the hero here in the green hair
It's ugly.
happens to have a card that is glimmering with a faint blue glow wedged in his belt pocket, or just in his belt. You can see it. The snow has a chilly look, but it's obviously fake. Maybe made of a paper-like substance as it rains down from the ceiling.
Well, there's the card. How do we get it?
There are a couple performance and society checks for anybody who's interested more in understanding the play.
Is this about a deceased subject?
I love propaganda.
Since this is past events?
Sure.
What the? I couldn't have failed that.
Yeah, it's
I
not
literally
I
could
rolled
not
a
have
society.
I rolled a 3.
Ah!
Alhatham don't know shit.
And I
You know-
even gave you the
You know what?
bonus.
Fuck it. I'm gonna re-roll with a hero point. Fuck you.
That is insane.
I rolled a
Yeah,
4. A 4 is a success!
Oh my god.
Oh my
Because-
God.
Yes!
Ugh, okay, so all of
less
you,
comfort.
you recall, you recognize this opera, recalling its notoriety outside of Chiliax for its blatant attempt to appropriate the heritage of the Linnorm kingdoms. The hero, in quotes, facing the Linnorm is a fictional character, Alhatham Thrune, who is represented by the play as an actual historical figure from Chiliax, who swept forth to save the Ulfins from the notorious, also fictional, fire-breathing Linnorm Bandruguzin. Regardless, the outrageous costuming of Alhatham Thrune makes it difficult to look away. But yeah, you guys, so you understand a little bit more. Like it's clearly a propaganda thing from anyone that's outside of Chiliax. You all saw, or some of you saw, that he Alhatham Thrune has a card tucked into one of the many belt straps that adorn his leather armor. And that is all that you guys witnessed. If you took a second to take in the environment and understand and get the context of the play that's playing out before you and the rest of the audience. However, before you have much time to react or discuss or even to enjoy the play, the opera continues to play out, but a masked black-clad figure suddenly descends from the opera house's rigging, swinging on ropes over the attendees in the center of the
Scissors fan of the
theater.
opera.
Oh my god, it is.
And he lands upon the center stage.
Shit.
He draws a flaming sword as he
Oh, it
lands,
can't be good.
turns to face the crowd, and cries out, "We, the Firebrands, proudly interrupt this program to bring you a dose of liberation." And he swings his fire sword and unleashes a blast of flame across the stage. However, when he does, the fake snow seems to react with the fire, and there breaks out a much bigger fire, and you can tell by the look of the face of the man. You also see across from you in this VIP box over here a couple other ninja-looking figures that had dropped in that were looking to abduct some of the VIPs from that box. Also see the fire catch, and they're taken aback. They're surprised by the reaction. They didn't expect that fire to quite catch as it did. They thought it would be more of a distraction as opposed to what it becomes. I
know I'm not supposed to yell this. Fire!
Yeah, don't yell fire in a
Well, what
theater.
did they expect? I mean,
In a
the
crowded
easiest fake
theater.
snow is like cotton balls. They are
And he
highly
points at the
flammable. What kind of dumbass would light cotton balls on fire, you morons?
You dumb fuck.
That show
It's okay.
sucks.
I know how to put it out. I pull out my scroll of fireball.
That
God,
is
make it
not
bigger.
the way to put that out.
Yeah. I pull out my fucking 2 greater alchemist fires.
I have rousing splash. I can put it out.
Don't
Have
worry,
you never
I'll fly
heard
over
of a
it.
counter burn?
Oh, I also have my decanter.
Counter
of
burns
endless water.
work in
Oh.
other situations other than a burning building.
No. We just deprive it of all. All
We make a
fuel source.
fire so big it consumes all the oxygen.
That is
It
true.
goes
Then it'll
out.
stop burning.
I like how you're thinking.
Your mind is baffling, but the logic is sound.
We start yelling from the balcony, "Fear not, people! Fear not! We have this under control."
Gilbark and I
You?
start running in circles
So,
really fast.
I don't know if
trying
you
to get
guys-
all the oxygen.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but
Yep, the crowd is.
they're
They're
freaking
screaming.
the fuck out. The crowd immediately panics while the frightened
Wait.
actors on stage fall into a tangled heap
How much
of
experience?
Linorm and Lim. The firebrands themselves, shocked by the sudden flames, abandon their attempt to abduct the people in the VIP box and swiftly make their way down into the main hall to direct the crowds toward the exits to the south.
So our job
Idiots.
is to put this
I like how
fire
the
out.
firebrands were like, "Oh shit, we're gonna liberate you all, cause a bunch
Yeah.
of problems," and are like, "Okay, maybe we'll help people get the fuck
We
out because this is
fucked up."
fucking horrifying." Oh
Mr.
shit.
DM, if I
Yeah.
were to quickly calculate how much the
Oh.
crowd is worth in EXP,
Oh my god.
and if a fireball could kill them all,
Oh
how much
god.
EXP would they be worth?
Oh, are those actors that were playing?
Oh,
the
the
Lenormand?
smoke is rolling in.
Oh shit!
NPCs are not worth any XP.
Also, I
Damn it,
so-
this is a dream.
Yeah,
We have
so
to save
so the majority of the crowd is being directed out by the firebrands. Again, they weren't expecting this. And so they're just trying to get everybody out. They themselves are getting out. The smoke is filling the room. You see the Linorn costume drop to the ground as 6 actors who were rigged inside this costume step out, and they're freaking out. They're kind of paralyzed in fear, as well as the main actor guy here. There's a ring of fire that seems to kind of encompass them along the room, and we will go into initiative.
Save them and take the card.
I'm gonna grab Gilbark and jump over the balcony so you can use your decanter of endless water to start putting out the flame, maybe.
Thinking you could just fly
Oh, that's true.
I'm
and make
going
more
to.
fire.
How big is this building? I'm assuming since it has VIP boxes and it's a theater that it's got at least like 50-foot clearance.
So I started a combat and didn't
Oh,
see the
fuck.
tracker, so I relaunched my game. There it is. Everyone, can you see that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
low
just
roll.
gonna sit and wait for a bit. I rolled a 2. No, a 3. Sorry.
So let's just get everyone in initiative
Oh
order.
my
and then
god,
we
the
can talk
stage
about,
fire rolled a
choices.
47.
Damn.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Amalisce, you roll her initiative.
Oh shit, sorry, you're right.
Wow, we all rolled terribly. But you should probably.
Amalisce
delay
rolled
after
no
me.
better than I did. She also rolled a 6.
All right, so we'll start the encounter. And I guess I go first.
Well, yeah,
My
no
fire
shit. You
disappear?
literally rolled
My fire
10 above
disappeared
our
when I
highest
relaunched.
initiative.
You guys don't see the fire anymore, do you?
No, fire's still
Okay.
there.
No, I'll see it.
It just disappeared for you. Because the effect is probably permanent until you reload.
That's not good. Okay.
I can point out the squares
well,
that it's on if you want. I
This
can draw
is
over it.
I do have the base where they start, so we're good.
Okay.
What happens on the turn of the fire? It's going to expand inward and outward by 5 feet, filling all adjacent squares. So I need to update
But that
our
dude,
little.
fuck, he's gonna start on fire.
So here, 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 here.
Don't worry, everybody.
Here,
I'm about to
here,
make things
here,
really
here.
easy.
Here, 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 here,
I have
here,
a scroll of quench.
here, here, here.
Hey,
Scroll of
here,
quench.
here.
Alhatham, can you stop saying things like that because it always turns bad?
Literally, it does.
Yeah,
Literally,
but
every single time.
are you
I'll
guys
say
gonna
this
be
guy.
able to get in
Gilbark.
there with the fire?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys should see that fire expand.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I make
And
things more
unfortunately,
entertaining.
the main actor here is actually in the square that the fire expands into. And so
How would quench work in this situation?
Non-magical.
Ooh, he critically fails to jump out of the
Non-magical
way as
fires in
the
the
fire
area are
expands
automatically
into his
extinguished.
square.
That's how.
He takes a lot of fucking damage as that fire erupts around him. The card in his belt, the fire encompassing him. He does not jump out of the way in time and takes a lot of damage.
And it doesn't really define a space.
What?
Quench.
Hold on.
Alright, so now that we're finally to your guys, there's a lot to kind of show you and tell you, but now that you guys are able to act, let me pull up. You guys are thinking already about some tricks.
Yeah, I'm about to quench some shit.
Rishalou's gonna delay.
Yes, you should.
Once I learn how
Okay.
quench works, because it's undefined, which I'm confused.
It's a 120-foot range with a 20-foot burst.
And I can sustain this spell?
Yep. Duration
Anywhere within
sustained.
range. Dope. And these are non-magical fires, Kyle?
So I will tell you, despite how the wording of a specific spell is written, there is a disable and or like
I have a counteract option, so...
an attack or whatever rules against this hazard here. And quench is mentioned.
Oh, dope.
So if you were to use quench, I would explain what it would do. By the
I have
book.
one
I don't even
spell
have to make
quench.
it up. But yes, Gilbark, you guys are up on a fucking huge VIP box overlooking the entire theater.
Oh, I can quench from up here and never leave.
Yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna use my quick alchemy to. Oh wait, do my things expire at the end of my turn, or is it at the start?
Your
of my next turn?
quick alchemy will expire at the end of your turn.
Is it at the end of my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, this is an unfortunate spot to have been in. There's a move here, and then I could give flying to. You know what? That's fine. I'll just do one quick alchemy then, and make it the.
And most of you guys are a good 25 feet.
Hold on, I'm blind. I'm also very tired. Bitch.
I can cover the whole map, we're good.
Nice.
There you go.
120 feet, no problem.
You guys are 25 feet up above the ground below you. You also would all see that there are tons of hanging ropes from the rigging above, just the same way as that ninja guy swung down to the stage. There's
Oh,
plenty
sweet.
more.
We could probably
You mean
knock
the
the
panel
ropes
of the
down so
opera?
these guys can climb up.
The ropes are all going to be here above the main seating. There isn't anything that are down over the stage. The guy swung from one that was kind of here, swung and then let go and landed on the stage.
Okay.
Where is my flight
20 foot
elixir?
burst,
I
is
think
that
I'm
10 foot?
blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used it last time, so it's got to be there.
Yeah, I had both my Phoenix one and I had my regular flight prepared. Not prepared, but you know what I mean. In my
Yeah.
Did I remove it by accident? I might have removed it by accident. I should have it though, 'cause it's in my list. I just need to find the name of it.
Clean up my squares there a little bit.
There it is.
I decided to use the animations tool to use the fire instead of their tiles, because tiles were a lot more laggy, so I'm hoping this is not gonna fuck up our performance.
So
Yeah,
for
doesn't
now,
seem
I
to
will
be.
craft one, and then I will administer that to my paladin friend or my champion friend.
Alright. Steps on my foot.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you so you stride over and then you quick alchemy a potion of flying.
Yeah,
Which
and then
means it can
give
only
to
last
him
a max of
1 minute right
minute.
now.
which is how much it always is.
Oh no, I'm
Right.
sorry. It is now doubled, so 2 minutes.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, you have a
Is
feat.
that level? Level 12 with extended elixir.
nice.
So now it lasts 2 minutes. For
But does
you.
it only work on things that normally would have a length longer or something?
No.
I thought there was
If it's below 10, if it becomes to exceed 10-minute duration, it will not. It cannot exceed that, but it's anything with the infused integrating.
Oh, but it's
your
only
own
when you
personal-
consume it.
Oh, when you consume. That's fine. 1 minute should still be enough.
When you consume
I
your
would think
alchemical
so.
items that has like a trait and is infused trait, which
Yeah,
it
so I'd
is,
have to. Yeah.
duration of 1 or longer, it would be doubled. So yeah, that would be 2 minutes, but it's only for you, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. 1 minute's long enough, anyways. So I give that.
Yeah.
I put it in your inventory,
Full
Rishalou,
combat,
so you can
basically.
use it. So it'll give you the effect. It should be in your inventory. That
Oh,
way,
you can't give it to me
Fine.
per
Uh,
se, like.
I can,
Right.
but it always fucks up. So I just put it in your
Oh,
inventory, so you can
okay,
just
I'll-
drink it.
I'll just use it. Yeah. Okay.
But you can administer it to him with the action, right? You
Oh,
make
yeah,
it with
yeah,
one
that's-
action, and then you could administer. You pour it in his mouth.
That's exactly what I do. I just when
Yeah.
he uses it, it like puts it properly on his thing without me having to
Yeah.
go to shit
okay.
usually.
Nice.
All right, now it's your turn. He's bottle feeding you a potion of flying.
All right. So I get what 40 movement speed is what it is.
I believe it is.
Fly. It was standard.
The fly spell, right? Does
There
it
you
just
go.
Fly
I
speed
put
of
the
40.
effect on
Yes,
ya.
fly
40,
speed of
okay.
40.
I put the
Alright,
effect
so-
on you. You got 10 rounds remaining of 40 fly speed.
All right.
That's
So
pretty nice.
it is. Is that 80? That
Hit
is
the
80.
card. Fuck the people.
And you're 25 feet up above the stage and the audience
Right.
in the VIP box.
So.
Well, I guess
will-
the stage should be 5 feet taller than this stage because there's a staircase. I'd say goes
Yeah,
up
okay.
gradually. So I'd say you'd be
So-
20 feet above the stage at your current height if you
Okay.
moved
So
over
I'll
there.
put 20. And then I will take 3 actions to fly to here. And that's my turn.
Okay, Amalisce isn't really capable of doing a whole lot right now.
You notice there's lots of ropes and rigging hanging that's within reach of the box.
So,
Oh,
so she
perfect.
could like climb down using that.
And you saw the ninja guy swing from them and reach the stage. You see many more that could be used the same way.
Like,
Anyone
what
who
kind of
does-
action economy?
anyone
So
who does
yeah,
not-
quite a bit. So
Anyone-
there is an activity that takes 3 actions called Swing to the Stage. You would find one or more of the hanging ropes from the opera house's rigging and swing onto the burning stage. It would be an acrobatics check.
Let's see. What's her?
I was
And
gonna
I'll
say,
say
anyone-
that you don't have to stride or anything. You can just grab it.
Anyone who
Okay,
is
I'll
not
take
able
it.
to do
Part
that,
of the
Three
act.
actions to do it.
anyone
What are you
who's not
saying,
able to
Gilbark?
anyone who's not able to reliably do that, you could also just ready an action to begin flight, on your next turn, because I could administer flight to both people, 2 more people next turn.
I'm not leaving the VIP box.
Oh, like
Fair enough.
hold one stride action.
Yeah, to begin
fly.
flying. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as they get it.
I
If
think
they're not
my
reliable on the
acrobatics
check.
is probably good enough that I could probably swing over there
Yeah.
just fine.
I'm just giving you
I'll take
options.
the acrobatics.
Not a bad idea because they use your reaction to use a fly. That'd be cool. Okay, yeah. So part of the 3 action activity I'm gonna say is you striding up, grabbing the rope, swinging, and landing. So it's all 3 actions for you to do all of that from where you start your turn. So if you want to spend 3 actions to try to swing to the stage, here is the acrobatics check.
Not as Alhatham. Ignore that one, or it didn't post. Good. I need to make sure Amalisce is selected.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, that's a good roll. I'll take that. Success.
You swing down to the stage, landing anywhere adjacent to the fire that you choose, but you do swing through the fire, and you will take now let me hold on.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a save.
I'm fine
That
with the
not fucking work?
reflex. She's a master in reflex saves. It's her best
There
one.
we go.
It's fine.
So go ahead and roll that reflex save. You swing through the fire and see how well you dodge out of it with your reflex save. Potential of 13 fire damage here. So you take half of that as you're able to kind of swing through it but dodge half of it, and you land in an adjacent square. You're now at 0 feet relative to the stage.
Hold on.
What?
I'm just curious how she has master and reflex but doesn't get automatic crit success on normal
She probably put it on her fortitude and wisdom.
Then she must have. Oh, maybe that's true. No, you're probably
Since
right.
they're lower, that probably makes sense to me, even.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no.
that will be her entire
You're probably
turn.
right.
Striding up to the rope, grabbing it,
Yeah,
swinging
fails,
down.
fails.
That is 3 action activity to get to the stage. Go ahead and pass to Alhatham.
Alhatham is gonna shout down to the stage, "I'm about to do something really strange. Just trust me on this." Can
Don't
I
be
roll a
frightened.
diplomacy check to sort of get my point across? So they're not utterly terrified that I'm about to turn into a dragon and fly down there.
They're theater nerds. It'll
Okay.
be fine.
Oh shit, Amalisce is standing in a spot that's gonna become fire next to her.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it said she had to drop into a space adjacent to fire, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll this diplomacy check. If you're yelling toward the actors,
Yeah,
not to be afraid of what you're doing. Yeah.
nice roll. Good.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to spend 2 actions to cast Dragon Form.
Okay.
Whoa, no way.
I know, it's crazy. It's not a
Gonna
thing.
push
It's
Sylas
totally
right
not a
over.
thing that Alhatham does. He's also going to fly 100 feet with his 3rd action and land
Yep.
there.
Land.
I
Okay,
just
so you'd be at
imagine
0
it's
feet
default
relative to the
default.
I'm
stage.
assuming I can get there without going through fire, because I've got 100 feet.
Yep.
Perfect. End of turn, because that
Good,
is
0
3 actions.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, you fly down and land. They don't flinch from you, but they are looking at the fire engulfing and surrounding them, and they are frozen in place with fear.
Dragon Alhatham just kind of uses his neck to motion towards his back, like, get on.
Get on the
Sylas.
dragon's back.
I pull out
Oh my god, it's
my
fucking...
scroll of quench.
You pull out your scroll of quench. Okay.
And I
So,
cast it.
Quench normally... Yeah, range 120 feet that you can huck that fucker, and you have an area of 20-foot burst. Okay, so how this is going to affect this hazard... Okay, so go ahead and place your burst where you would like that 20-foot burst to affect.
Put out the dude with the card.
Yeah, what's
20
120 feet fucking get you?
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
120
Is that a
gets you
20-foot
way
burst?
over there. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, burst would be on a corner, but
It would be close.
also,
You could put out a lot of fire with that.
does this not just have a fucking template for you? No.
No, it's undefined. I'm gonna go right there.
Yeah, it's a utility spells, and they don't
Yep,
give
that
utility
is
spells a lot
okay.
of AoEs.
So yeah, you look at this intersection. You look where you want the quench spell to you go off. You place it there, and all of the fire in that burst immediately goes out.
Ooh,
Wow.
nice.
Okay, okay.
How the
Use
hell
a
am I
fucking
gonna do
rank
this?
2 scroll. I used a 6th level spell slot, I see.
All
And yours was
efficiency,
arguably
baby.
more efficient.
Boy, true.
I can probably put out this whole stage.
Probably.
So unfortunately, all of
Next
the
turn.
other effects I don't see. Like they're not even there. So I can't turn them off.
We'll just leave the
Okay.
AoE on, and
Yeah,
we'll
leave
say
your
that.
blue, and then we know that the blue is no fire there.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
And that is my
new fire
turn.
can spread, but okay.
Nice.
So go ahead and pass your turn. So then, yeah, this is where it's gonna get weird because the fire spreads. There, 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 there. Oh fuck, I missed. There, 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 there.
It's okay. They have an avenue of escape now.
Yep.
Right by the white piano.
Yeah, so weird because now there is one in the blue that is technically live, but or two. Yeah, so the fire spreads. I don't think it. Oh, it did. It landed on Amalisce. A new tile spread to someone's square. Oh, and Alhatham. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's two that are covering you. So let's make sure and get this damage. Creatures within these squares. So I will target you and Amalisce.
Oh no! Worst of 18 points. What are we gonna do? Amalisce is fine.
Oh, nice.
And Alhatham.
Dodge. Well, you're resistant anyways, aren't you?
Yes, actually. I'll take half, but half is only 0.
Because yours is 5 or whatever.
Yep. Nice.
Alright, Gilbark.
Run
No
to the
worries,
edge. And shout
Gilbark, we got
encouragement.
this.
Shout encouragement from the box. Sit down in the front seat and shout encouragement at us.
Make fun of Alhatham.
Yeah.
What? The dragon who can't speak because they're in polymorph just turns his head at you like, what
Turns
Huh?
out goes,
the fuck you say?
Well,
Ooh.
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
a
that's
little
air.
weird
That'll
that...
make it spread.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point.
Unless it's enough of a gust, because it is an elemental hurricane. That would put
That-
it out.
That is true. I wonder how that would work.
God, how would you rule that?
Well, it's a 30-foot cone of air, and you're 25 feet above. So from your current spot, it would not reach the fire. First of all, second of all,
Open up your decanter.
I would probably try to use your class DC versus the trap to try to determine whether your force of wind would overpower the strength of the fire that caught on, to see whether you're gonna blow it out or spread it.
Well,
or you
then
can recall knowledge on it.
instead, nah, I'm gonna just walk over to the edge, and I'm gonna be like, "Good job, everyone!" And I'm just gonna be standing on like the balcony there, and I'm gonna open my decanter
Oh
and
my
endless
God.
water,
Do it.
and I am going to use
Nice.
the what is it? It is speaking geyser, so it erupts at a rate of 15 gallons per round.
Holy shit.
You got a
Essentially, with the
Alright.
effects of hydraulic push,
Yep.
for
So-
all intents and purposes.
So that is hydraulic push is also included in the disable of this trap.
No, how
Um,
convenient.
That's great.
We had two of the perfect ones.
Automatically.
Me and Sylas are working smarter, not harder.
Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile,
I'm
we
just
got
here to
someone
grab
turning
this
into a
dude.
dragon as a reaction.
Listen, man, it's awesome.
Overreaction.
Okay.
It's awesome the first time.
Those performers are gonna remember this for a long fucking time.
They'll
Exactly.
remember their replacement pants too.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
true.
So I'll say your water pours down over the edge and into the this pit. I think they call it the pit where the
Yep.
orchestra
Orchestra is.
would be, and there is fire down there, and your water is streaming down, you will automatically
It's
douse
erupting down.
yeah. You'll automatically remove 2 of the closest fires down there. Where the fuck?
Here and here would be the
Here it
closest.
is.
Oh, your 2 corner ones, maybe.
This one.
Oh, yeah, that works.
I'll remove like 4. There you go. Typically you would use hydraulic push like adjacent to you is what it's expecting, but you're pouring it down into a pit. So I'm giving you 3 or 4 tiles worth from your position. For now.
That's a lot of water, man. No, 15 gallons.
Yeah, 15 gallons
Well,
around.
I'll keep
The
it
hard-
going if
The
he
hardwood
continues
floor is
for-
going to be ruined.
Yeah, and that's what he does because I moved over, I pulled it out, and it interacted. So yeah, that's all 3.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to fly down and I'm going to grab this guy.
Okay. Yeah, because
And then I'm
he
gonna-
was in the fire. He's fucked up, but yeah,
Yep.
he's Sylas's quench has doused him, so he's not on fire.
Yep.
Dang,
Yeah,
he must
so-
be in serious pain though.
Yeah.
So
Being
picking up
burned in the
somebody and then
cold
trying to
water, oof.
fly with them is going to be
Mhm.
pretty difficult.
Okay.
Because they're heavy.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what?
Attack
We
of
have
the
an
head.
opening right here. That's right. So,
Yep.
okay, I will fly down then. I will lay on hands on him. And then I will
Okay.
guide him towards the open, to this area where there's no fire.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy or an intimidation check on what you say to him as you're attempting to guide him away.
Okay.
Can you slide a hand says guard instead, and we can just leave?
Okay, I will use intimidate because I'm better at that.
You can try.
True. Just take the
Like,
card
I could
and
do
fuck
it.
everybody
Let's
else.
go! If you wish to live, follow me through the opening that's created by my friend.
All I need is a tumble through. I can steal anything.
Success. Okay, so, you land beside him with the fly action for your first action. You free action. I don't know. What do you say to intimidate him to get the fuck snap out of it or whatever?
I just said, if you want to live, you will follow me now through the opening that my friend created.
Yeah, there you go. So he kind of snaps out of it, and he's like, okay,
Okay.
he will follow you if you guide him at
Yep.
your full stride. They're not in
Absolutely.
combat order. They'll just if you're.
Yep.
I do need to make this known. Instead of my trucker suit, I am now or mechanic suit. I am now in a firefighter suit. You don't know where or how, but he is.
And then,
I stole your hat.
That's
Just
one
like those
action to fly
calendars I
down,
bought.
one action to stride off the stage. You have one
Just the
more.
firefighter hat.
Okay,
And your mustache is doing somehow.
Yeah, you're my deputy.
Just took your mustache.
It's
and
actually
hat,
kind of
fine.
funny. I actually have a firefighter,
go
like,
there.
the jacket, like the firefighter jacket.
I will
from
then
years
move
ago.
to here then,
Okay.
and have him follow behind. Yeah,
My
don't go down
scout
there.
troop used to be
Come up.
hosted. My scout troop was hosted by a fire company,
Yeah,
and they
it's
were
my
getting
turn.
rid of a bunch of the old
All
ones.
right.
So I actually have a couple.
Amalisce is currently standing in fire.
Amalisce is going to try to direct these two to move into out of the safe zone, like get out of the fire, since that's a clear exit.
Okay, so for the purposes of this encounter and the mechanics, only those that are adjacent to you, even diagonally, can you attempt to influence to follow you.
Okay, let me see something real fast.
There's
and
too
then
much
I'll
you can
shit
just
going
move
on.
in
You got to get in their
between all three
face to
then.
kind of snap them out and focus on
Yeah.
you.
How's Alhatham gonna do that?
As a dragon, make them run into
I'm
the
not
fire.
planning on that. I'm planning on something else. Okay, let's see.
I mean, I'm
So
planning on just
currently,
being
you
out the
could
fire.
intimidate or diplomacy just this one guy. next to Amalisce.
Perfect. That works perfectly. Amalisce will step so she's adjacent to two creatures. Or
Not
actually,
stride?
she'll stride. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
there's no difficult terrain there.
She'll stride, so she's there,
Okay.
and then she'll attempt the diplomacy check.
Okay.
Oh, that's with Alhatham. All right, hold on. Oh, I rolled it anyway. Amalisce's DC is 5 lower.
26.
Her bonus?
Yes. No, yeah.
She would still succeed by 1.
Perfect.
Nice.
So she'll instruct those 2.
Those 3.
Oh, yeah, those 3.
Yeah, she can
Perfect.
tell all 3 of them. That's perfect.
And she
So
will
she has 2
stride and
actions to guide
follow
them.
them. Like,
You got 45 movement, man.
And yeah, she'll use 2 actions to get out of
Ruse. Don't let them stand there. They're going to catch on
there.
fire.
And that'll be the end of her turn.
No, I'll put it out. Don't worry.
Oh,
Alright,
that's true.
Alhatham, the
I
dragon.
got 3 of them. 3
Did my
points.
diplomacy
you passed
check?
the diplomacy check earlier, so they know of you not as a threat, and they're more willing to, to accept what you're saying. You are starting your turn in the
Yep.
fire, but that's okay because I think you already rolled when it spread to you, so you're still good on the fire. But you would still need to do a diplomacy or intimidation check if you would like to influence these guys.
That's
Jason.
fine. My skill checks are the same. And hold on. Even in dragon form, I will take the -4 if you want to remove language. Like, I can't communicate since I'm in polymorph.
Sure.
Still makes my bonus higher than Amalisce's, but
Okay.
it's 5.
Oh, thank
So
God.
it would
minus
fail
5.
with the -4.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say
shit.
math-wise, I don't.
And
think that
I would
works.
say because you successfully told them you weren't a threat earlier, I was gonna cut the -4 to a -2 instead. It's still a fail.
Still a fail, even with only -2? Alright.
She only passed
I
by
will
1.
try, if I'm allowed to, I'll try again.
Yep.
I just rolled a 5. I rolled really shitty. Oh, well, there goes my dice. Did it roll?
There you go.
Hey, that's better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you rolled a 12.
You passed.
Dice belong on the floor. That's all that
My
matters.
Headphones
That's
are
right.
unplugged, so I can't hear what's happening.
And
My
so
dice rolled all the way under my desk. Give me 1 second.
Can you hear
roll
me now?
Dice roll better on the floor.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear again. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to successfully get these guys to follow. However, you're only going to be able to have 2 of them on your back if you were to take flight.
That is fine. I will use my third action to use. I will use my third action to roll an athletics check to grapple the third one.
Okay.
You could just lead them through the opening.
It's. I want to get the third one out too, and if
Well, yeah,
I.
they'll all follow you.
So
They'll all
these
follow
ones
me?
will hop on your
Oh,
back with your diplomacy check. This one is
I assume
following
I'm
you.
still limited to their movement speed.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get them 120 feet in one action.
Yeah.
But
What is their speed? If you want to.
well, I kind of was letting Amalisce go at her speed, which was 45 feet.
I'll use my
so we'll
grounded
say that that's-
movement if you want.
Yeah, let's do it this way. Because you're a fucking dragon and you're adjacent to this guy, in the fire and the smoke, you're saying, hey, follow me. If you were to take off and fly away, you would no longer be adjacent. He would not be able to follow. So if you want him to follow, you need to be on the ground with him,
Yep.
walking with him, so that he
Okay.
would remain with you.
I'll take 40 feet of movement for the stride and
Okay.
do 10, 20, and I'll get 35, 40. That's
Okay.
out of most of the fire, and end my turn, because that's 3.
Alright, Sylas. Yeah, you see,
You know, I think if I position this properly, I can just put out all the fire.
Ooh.
Well,
you have
not
another
all of
scroll?
it.
No, it's sustained.
Oh, it's sustained. You're right.
What?
Yeah, Quench is sustained up to 1 minute.
Duration sustained. The first time each round that you sustain the spell, you can
10
move
minutes.
the area of vapor anywhere within range, but the only
Pretty
effect
sustained.
when you do so is to automatically extinguish non-magical fire. Yeah, you get to move it.
Yeah, I just do 3 sustains just like that.
You can't
Can you
sustain more than
multiple
one
times
action.
in one turn?
Yeah, no. You can only
Oh, I
sustain
can?
one spell per turn.
Not true inherently. A lot of spells will say the first time that you
okay.
sustain this, which Quench does. Quench says the first time each round you sustain this spell. So he can only do it once per round. But sustain on its own could technically be done multiple times if the spell didn't state that. So yes, you only get
you
one
can do
per...
a spiritual weapon as much as you want.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's some sustains that let
I'm
you do
pretty
it, but
sure
this
like
one is a 1 per
90%
round.
of sustained spells say you could only do it once per
you
turn.
just gotta read the spells. So, okay, so then this one, you're just...
I don't really know
for...
what else... Oh, geez, how's that copy paste? What? Okay. Has to be a corner. I will quench right there then, because... Is this a fire piece?
No.
No, that's currently out.
Is this a fire piece?
No.
No, also.
Okay, so if I quench right here, everybody's safe for the rest of the game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll quench right there. Then I'll move towards the edge and end my turn. Because the fire is now out of the game.
What the fuck are those two? This is the downside with using effects. Okay, there we go.
Yep, you quenched all those fires, so now they will spread again. Oops, I was supposed to go there, there. There, 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 there.
Quench has been solid.
Quench has been insane.
I mean, it's scroll though, so
Alright.
only get one of
Right.
those.
Good enough. The fires are...
Perfect for this encounter.
You parted the fires. The fires are spreading, but you Quench has just been keeping your allies in the center totally safe. Alright, Gilbark.
Guys, I don't even know where the hell I got this spell, but it's clutch. I
It's
think
probably-
it might have actually been from last campaign. I
It
just
probably
took it out of
was,
the
yeah.
storage.
Super good.
It's like, well, I can use spell scrolls, so fuck it.
I'm gonna continue pissing, and then I'm gonna try to jump down to escape with everyone else.
Yeah, I can. Gilbark's holding the decanter like right between his legs as he's like hosing everything down.
He slides down on the thing, yeah.
This song is a little epic for this moment, but alright.
What do you mean? It's like raining and stuff.
Do I need to make an acrobatics check or anything to slide down?
Alright, so I just destroyed like 4 more fires due to your
Decanter.
Yeah, what is this song? I don't even know what this song is.
They Who Govern Reason.
Quieter.
It's the Super Boss theme in Octopath Traveler.
Okay, so yeah, does it take an action to keep
I know
pissing
the
down
stream
the
can't
thing?
hear it, but I'll get the
No,
music fixed next
only-
session, I promise.
Yeah, right?
Only to redirect. I believe. Wait, let me double check.
Can't
You
play
activate it with
copyright
an
shit on
action,
stream.
you
know how
cause
it
water
is.
to pour out.
You can repeat this once per round as long as the geyser continues spending an interactive action to direct the geyser
so you
each time.
repeat it.
Yeah. So it costs you
So-
one action to use the geyser.
You
again.
keep using it. So then you only have 2 actions, it takes 3 to swing down.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just make another flight vial, and I'll just fly
Yep.
next turn.
Well,
You'll need an
quick
action.
yeah, because quick alchemy and then interact to use, yep. So you'll have the effects of it, at least.
Yep.
Do you need me to do that for you? I can grab it quick because I had it up earlier. There you go.
Ooh.
So, are
You
we
have 5
basically
speed now.
as a group? Are we basically just running out down the stairs to the
Yeah,
back
so
of the theater?
what's been happening over the last 3 rounds is the theater is completely emptied now of
People.
theater goers. They all ran to these southern exits here. You guys are the only ones still in here. The smoke is filling the room. But yeah, you probably don't want to be in here for much longer.
Right. Okay. So we'll just then move.
Okay, and you had the main guy with you.
Yep. Let's see, my movement is 30, so then I'll move another 60 right there. Follow me! Follow me! And that's my turn.
Okay. What's Amalisce doing with her posse of 3 dudes?
We'll continue to try to move them away.
Follow me! Follow me!
They're
Follow
actually all women, by the way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right?
Because I'm assuming I can't move through the stands as quickly.
The stairs?
No,
Yeah,
the
you-
stands, like the seating.
Oh, you wouldn't
Yeah,
run through
right.
those.
The seating would be greater difficult. The stairs are just fine.
That's 115. I can get technically all the way over here.
Wow, look at Emily's go. Holy shit.
40
She's just
movement
ran
speed,
by.
yeah.
Jeez.
Alright. End of turn. We're gonna do the same thing, but we are going to grapple the one so we can move faster, because that I want to fly and move fast. So we're just gonna. Can
Grapple
it even
check.
succeed against a plus 22 athletics?
It's against his reflex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if he lets you do it? I mean,
Then you
I
can
think
go
it's
when
more of
you're
a
high.
weight
Just
capacity
target him
thing.
and use your hand and grapple. It'd be faster and easier than us doing this math.
I'm just rolling.
Target him.
Rolling an athletics check because no map. Natural 20.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
oh, nice.
Alhatham
Perfect.
just scoops up the third one with his tail and flies about 200
Flies.
feet this way.
You show off, mother.
The dragon head almost looks back at you like and almost grins like.
What a show off that guy is.
End of turn.
Sylas, Gilbark, let's go.
How far can I ride these ropes?
You were able to write it down to the stage, from where you are. So I'm gonna say 50 feet probably.
50 feet in this direction?
In any direction, yep.
Dope. Oh,
It takes 3 actions to do it.
Whee!
But you do
Yeah,
need
all
an
of a sudden.
athletic. Well, it's only I guess if you're going to the fire. Fuck it. You can got it. You good.
Nah, give it to me, Kyle. I'm ready.
You want
I want it.
see if he
okay.
slips and falls.
Yeah, we'll do bludgeoning damage instead of fire.
Yeah. Give it to me, Kyle.
Where the hell was that? Here it is.
Cass keeps looking at me funny, but give it to me, Kyle.
Give it to me. Do it.
You fail.
Oh, shit.
You swing
point.
down
You
into.
know what?
shit.
I'm guessing we're near the end. I'm gonna do it again.
You succeed.
There you go.
So it's less damage. Go ahead and roll this reflex save as you swing through and over the seats.
Oh,
Double damage as I smash into
You
the
take
seat's
40
forehead
damage.
first.
You slide through like. Okay, I'm gonna move you.
he
All of a
lands
sudden,
on his
Sylas.
head and
Yeah.
just slides.
You swing down
Like
the
10
rope, you
feet that
slip,
way.
your head's face down, and you were here when you got to the chair, and it slides all the way to here. You slam your head into like 4 fucking chairs as you
Damn, man.
swing to there.
And he just does the cartoon thing where he just slides down the rest of the rope really
Yep.
slow to the floor.
Yeah. And that's your fault. You told me to give it to you.
Oh, shit.
Thank you for giving it to me, Kyle. I like
You're
it.
welcome.
Everybody else is in too big of a hurry
The,
to see.
the
I love
fire's
it.
gonna
Send me to Rishalou.
expand. Gilbark, what you doing? The whole
I'm
stage is
flying,
starting to
bro.
engulf once again.
I'm gonna take off flying, and since I'm 25 feet up to get all the way here, that'd be 105. Obviously, 100. But since I was
Cat's
25
preferred
up,
dog is a
that would put
skinwalker.
me to 0, right?
Yeah, I'd say
A squared plus B squared.
these stairs are probably about the same height as the VIP booth over there.
Okay, then I
If you
will.
fly in a straight line, you'd now be at the same height as them.
Okay, well, I'll do that, and then since I have 20 extra feet.
Get on the stairs. Get on the stairs.
Yeah, I can basically get off map with
Yep,
my
you
last
can
5.
get out. You can get out the doors and exit the smoky opera house.
Yeah, I kick open the doors like a firefighter, and I go, move, 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 move.
Whoa, bring in the hoses! Bring in the hoses!
Bring the hoses as I whip around, and I'm still spraying.
Yeah, you open the opera house to the center of a massive city. There are people running all around. People have cleared the area. There are sounds of horns in the distance as people are reacting to the massive fire. But there's a clearing in the streets at the outside of the opera house at the moment.
They're starting to form a bucket brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm the chief of police.
All right, I am just going to continue on.
I mean,
of
firefighters.
the theater.
Yeah. You can lead your boy with you.
All right.
You get out
Cool.
to the streets.
So I think we all make it out of here safe and
Amalisce
sound.
will
'cause I'll
lead
just
the rest
you
out
do.
as well.
Yes, sir.
Wait,
Silas
Kyle,
has
can I
got
just like stay right here and quench the entire fire over the next 8 rounds?
Ooh.
I honestly think it's going to like
Yeah, how long
grow
does
bigger
the
than
quench spell last?
you can stop it.
I think it was a
Uh,
minute, so 10 rounds, or was it 10 minutes?
More rounds after this.
Duration sustained? Is it infinite?
No, it's 10 minutes. Quench specifically states, if you succeed against an item, it loses its properties for 10 minutes. So I'd assume that it's similar to the item loss property, where it only lasts a max of 10 minutes.
I think that's only for magical fire. Choose one magical fire spell, or fire item in the area. Attempt to counteract.
Yeah.
If
I
it
know,
succeeds, then it loses
but
its properties
if we
for 10
don't
minutes.
give it a duration, if we don't look at its description and give it a duration, then it just simply doesn't, and Quench lasts forever, which is weird.
Until you stop sustaining.
I guess that's true.
So technically, he could put out the entire fire
So
in the
technically, he can just put out the whole fire and then
Well-
stop sustaining.
I don't even think that's
Save
technically
theater.
true, because I think the fire will grow technically faster than he can quench it.
I don't think that's how that one works. It only grows one square out either direction at a time. I'd eventually win.
I mean, let's say
we'll
if
say,
you
okay,
quench
you're gonna
the
you're gonna
optimal
spend
area,
around
which is this,
continuing. I mean, it's
and
a
then
120
this would
foot
grow.
range or something, right?
Yeah, and it's a 20
So
foot
you can
burst.
stand like way up here and still continue to move your thing around. The rest of the party gets everybody out, all 7 actors.
I just
The
wanna be
fire
the
brigade
firefighter.
will reach finally, and they would also aid in helping Sylas, and the fire will go out completely.
Yes, I
within
would,
a
I would
couple
go back
rounds.
in and help him with my rousing smash, one section at a time.
Yep.
My rousing.
Neighborhood
Alhatham and Amalisce can't do anything, so they can't help.
Neighborhood firefighting support in the immediate area responds relatively quickly.
Don't worry, fellas, we got this already taken care of. Fear not.
The dragon nods.
You guys will earn 20 XP for each endangered NPC among the actor
So
and 6
7
technicians
times
as
20,
you
so
rescue from the
140.
fire. If you extinguish the fire, you earn an additional 20 XP.
That's 20.
So
we saved the whole
that's-
theater.
What is that? 8 times 20.
160.
You guys got 160 XP for saving everybody and putting out the fire. Let's end this combat so there's no fucking music. And that music is obviously not going.
468.
Hell yeah. Already almost halfway through our next level.
Yes, and then the the fire brigade's still going. They're everyone's kind of just checking out the area, making sure it's not going to go. You and the 6 technicians thank you for saving them, and they head off into the crowd to their loved ones. The person that you saved, Rishalou specifically, the main actor guy, will turn to you. Thank you for saving me. I would have been stuck there, paralyzed by fear, if not for your words of encouragement to get me out. Please take this. This is the most valuable thing that I have to my name, and he will hand you a hero card. that was in
Fear
his
not.
belt.
We do this all the time. It is nothing. We are somewhat local celebrities, and worldwide heroes of Galarian.
I
That
can't
part is
speak.
true.
Yeah, we are.
We've literally been.
I'm
all
assuming
over
a
the
minute
world.
has passed at this point.
Yeah. After you guys get out and the
Phew.
combat ended, yeah, good. You can go 10 minutes.
Gilbark gives you wing.
As y'all are standing around. He hands you the theater card, and you all get an additional 60 XP.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
528.
Is there a market around here, sir? This seems like a rather large city.
It is a capital city in Chiliax.
I would like to go visit a market, sir.
Alrighty.
That's actually not a bad idea. Sell our items while we have the chance.
Yeah, if you guys would like to navigate away from the Opera House and deeper into the city, I'm sure one of the fire brigade or the onlookers
find a
or people could
Convenient
have.
alleyway to teleport from.
They would tell you and inform you of the nearest shop. If you would like to get there, it would just be a common store that would sell common items, nothing crazy, but you could sell your stuff at half value, your adventuring equipment if you would like.
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna
Gilbark.
look for a blacksmithy kind of place.
Oh,
Yeah.
blacksmith.
Can I sell that shit later?
Oh yeah, we're not gonna do it. You don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to do it tonight necessarily.
Yep.
We can just say we
Oh,
did
yeah.
it tonight.
Yep, and then Sylas, yeah, there would be a normal black. Like if you're not looking for magic items or uncommon.
Well, I'm looking for a greater striking rune.
Ooh.
We are level 12, although we can just simply spend... We know the recipes because of the...
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get enough gold without.
You would also be able to go to a common magic shop. So yes, you could find those as well. So if
Okay.
you guys wanted to do some shopping and selling, any common items really in the whole book would be accessible in this town. It's a pretty big ass town. Chiliax is a big ass nation. And then you could find a nearby alley to teleport back
Nice.
to here, where the orange portal will disappear.
Perfect.
Ah, we're home.
I don't know who wants to take the theater, but... It seems
Yeah,
like a
I don't
passive
know.
upgrade. I mean, I'll take it if no one else wants it, but if anybody else wants it, gladly take it.
We'll figure that out next.
Yes, I think that's for the best.
Yeah.
I don't need any of these blasphemous cards.
Blasphemous?
Sylas is.
I'm the cleric here, and I don't consider
Religion.
these blasphemous.
Blasphemy. They're useless.
Destiny actually kind of puts into my faith more than it doesn't, because, you know, we're all destined to die at some point.
But this is warping destiny, which, to be fair,
No, this is more like,
this is a
less
card that
warping
directly
destiny.
changes your fortune.
Oh, yes, I
Potentially.
suppose, with the effect of the
I'm gonna-
doomed condition, I suppose.
I'm gonna handle this now, so I don't have to do this in the off. As you guys walk out of the portal, a person, one of the simulacra from the village, enters the front gate, calling out to you.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up, bro? What do you want?
Where is he?
Hello, adventurer. I don't have him. Hello, adventurers. I represent a talented troupe of actors that would like to put on a new play in the village down below the hill here, to recount previous sets of encounters that you have overcome thus far.
Interesting.
Okay, that seems
I'm
fun.
gonna insight him.
They're simulacra. They don't need to... You don't need
Oh,
to
that's
worry.
true.
I think they're part of the card, Rishalou.
Good point. I'm sorry. I'm
Just
used
make
to
sure there are
real
no
world.
fires around.
Remember, sentient
Hell.
life forms.
Yes. This is different.
Yeah,
for me.
with your permission, we would like to play out your previous encounters for all of the town to revel and admire your feats. We would do so down in the village below in a makeshift theater.
I don't see why
So long
not.
as you only use closed flames.
Yeah, don't
And
light the place on
Rishalou,
fire.
the feeder card in your possession, the epitome effect will light up. It is
Oh,
it
interesting.
is already epitomized.
Repost it, please, so I can read it off for the stream.
Yeah, I'm pasting it now. These things are all manual, so I'm trying to get this done so you guys. Yeah, nothing secret here. You guys can see it. Okay, so basically, if you allow them to do so, if you guys attend one of the 2-hour productions that they're putting on down there in the town, you would get a +2 item bonus to checks to recall knowledge about topics associated with your previous encounters. So if there was ever,
heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
you know, things that you missed or that you wanted to learn more about in the past,
That's
you can
cool.
do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's super cool. I like that.
Of course, gladly. Feel free to put on
Absolutely.
these plays.
And I'll make an NPC, a troop guy that will sit somewhere in the house to represent the troop down in the town in the week between sessions.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Any last minute things before we let Gilbark go to bed?
I'll check on my rats.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yes.
Gotta
I'm gonna
check
go
the
check
rat
on the trumpet.
progress.
It is what we would call a must know.
It's always a must know.
The rats are gonna take over the world.
Excellent.
So, oops, not there. Trumpet, how was the day?
Non-sentient life forms!
I think Alhatham and I agree for the first time and drag them out, each holding an ear.
Good morning,
Pretty
adventurer.
much.
We are here to alert you of any intruders that enter the Harrow Court.
Just wanted to let you know you're doing a fine job.
Thank you.
This
We're
fucking-
pulling him.
And
This
I'll
fucking
pat her on the ass
weirdo.
and walk out. Oh, see, Gilbark's here.
Rishalou, that's enough of that.
I'm just, hey, I'm encouraging her. Doing
That-
a great job.
Non-sentient, it doesn't
Would.
necessarily think of your
Would.
responses.
Definitely would. All right.
Oh my
You know
god.
what this mustache is actually for, right?
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, take off your fake mustache when I give it back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he
I forgot to
puts
give
it
this back
on.
to you, sorry.
It's one of those
Thanks.
plastic ones that clips under your nose, you know?
No, he puts a fake one on top of his real one.
This is how it works. It's a shield, actually.
He's got this huge fucking
It's a
bushy
mustache
dwarf
shield.
mustache.
Yeah, you just
You get
strip
a
it
plus
off and
1 AC.
underneath this like a pedo or Hitler stash.
Yeah.
Can never be too safe.
You get a +1 AC to your face when you got it on.
Hey, you saw that fire? What happens if I didn't have my protective stash on?
Yeah, if a gunslinger specifically has a called shot towards the head, you get a +2 to AC against that attack.
Yeah, yeah. The,
You just
the
see his
mustache
mustache
deflects.
leap off, yeah. And you just hear in the arms of an angel.
All right, well, are we going to play a little more, or are we done for the night?
Oh, I think we're good.
All right.
That's as much
Well,
as Gilbark can do.
Say good night, everybody. I'll go and do an outro really quick as we
Good
end this
night.
session.
Oh gosh.
All right, I'll be
I
right
love it.
back.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody so much for watching, if you still are. We'll be back. I gotta do some math really quick. It'll be next Friday. Assumably nothing goes wrong with their scheduling like it did for one of our players tonight. Just so happen to have a trip planned to see friends during a Pathfinder game. Who would do such a thing? But regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so is to hit the buttons on your respective platforms. Whether that be the subscribe button on YouTube and the bell to get notified for when we go live, or hit the follow button on Twitch and join the Discord so the schedules and the live posts get up so you get them immediately. I'm having a really hard time with words right now. I've had a couple drinks, but, you know, regardless, I hope everyone enjoyed and have a good night. Bye-bye.